Interact dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use Acutrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. Acutrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, Acutrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit Acutransgroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Great day to be alive on this Halloween Thursday if you're a child that enjoys dressing up for Halloween. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace. Looking like I don't know, what are those called?
I'm the head owner in charge.
Was those Snuggies? What were those things? You know, the blankets with the arms? You don't talk about
Snuggie.
Snuggies.
Something like that, but I'm
Snuggie.
You got a Green Bay Packer Snuggie.
No, just call me the HOIC today. The head owner in charge today.
All right.
Y'all never heard of? Okay, never mind.
No, but the person that you need to see on YouTube is not Kyle Wallace. It is a Bradley Nortman in an old school Brett Favre jersey, wearing a Packers helmet that probably looks similar to what a kicker would wear.
Yeah,
back in the day when they had the remember when they had the one bar?
Yeah.
Morton Anderson, Gary Anderson.
Yeah.
That's what you look like.
This is 90s Packer fan Brad. This is like Brad. This is getting back to my roots as a Packer fan, right? Because I mean, all these things, this jersey, this helmet, this Super Bowl championship hat. From
wow,
Super
you
Bowl
had it all.
31.
Rich
This
House.
is all original. This is all original stuff from Brad Nortman being a kid and a Packer fan. So I'm just rewinding the clock. I'm being Brad Nortman, the 90s Packer fan. And I got Zubas on. For those who want to Zuba, bring those back in style too.
Are Zubas comfortable? I've never worn.
Oh, elite comfortability. Elite.
So why did they go out of style? They're so elite comfortable.
I think it's the pattern. I did have a Packer one too, but those are gone. But yeah, these are like zebra.
Well, you threw it out? You threw out the Packer one?
There were too many holes in them.
Oh, wow.
They were became raggedy. So at some point you have to have a little bit of dignity.
Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram is back with Alex Strofe running the show. She is our social media extraordinaire that many of you went to go follow her as she is single and
KBN
ready
Nation
to
is an
mingle.
interesting bunch, boy. I tell you, I asked y'all to follow me at ESPN Kyle W, and I get like one follow. She asked, you get 30, 40 in 10 minutes.
It's like bees to honey, man. It's crazy.
Gracious.
So Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram is now who I'm going to reference you as forever. Did you gain any followers that are potential suitors for ever?
I would say yes.
Oh, wow.
I would say yes.
We got some good-looking eligible bachelors in KBN Nation.
Some good-looking KBN Nationers.
Anybody sliding them DMs?
You know what? We'll keep that. We'll keep the cards up tight.
Maddie, what was the total follower increase over the last 24 hours?
About 45 to 50.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So I do appreciate it.
Oh, wow. That's like a
Follow me at Ben Brust on Instagram. Please.
Right,
My sales pitch isn't as good as Maddie's. Alex Strofe, what are you today?
I'm a skeleton, and so is Maddie.
That's every day.
Did you guys see we're matching?
That's every day.
We're matching.
So mean.
Is nobody going to notice that?
Oh, my God. That's so mean.
It is. That's not mean. It's real. He knows that.
No, we all just know that Strofe doesn't have anything on his body.
Well, so I'm a skeleton. Maddie's a skeleton. You guys know why that is, right?
No.
Well, Halloween?
Benny is the host and Kyle is the general. Bradley is the brains and Strophy's calling shots.
I'm calling shots back here. We got matching outfits in the control room.
Oh, you made him have him. That's what's up, Maddie. Y'all look cute together.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN is the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line, but I'm telling you, Brad looks ridiculous. It's going to be hard to look at you for 3 hours on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison if you want to see what I'm seeing.
Is it weird if I stay in this for the Nortman estate Halloween? Like trick or treat?
No, not at all.
I answer the door like this. Would it horrify kids or
No.
creep them out?
The kids will like
Sir,
it.
what are you doing?
These
Halloween,
kids don't
Brad.
know about Brett Favre, so you're good.
That's true.
Actually,
Yeah,
what they know about Brett Favre
wow.
may actually freak them out.
That's probably true. I
They
showed
don't
them
know what Brett sent.
I was talking about something different, but I guess you're going with what would freak them
No,
out.
I don't know anything else.
That's the green and gold goggles right there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So what I saw from Brad Nortman is corny, and I'm not surprised that it is corny because Brad wants to know who's the scariest Wisconsin sports icon in their prime.
Boo!
It takes nothing to get him to laugh. That was not even funny.
Especially, it was unexpected, and the delivery was so good. Just a quick hitting, boo!
800-990-3776. I got a couple written down here. Who is the scariest? I'm not very scary. Wisconsin sports icon in their prime.
Boo!
Brad!
It's so, I don't know why.
Do you need me to go first? Do I need to give my answers?
It's the kid in me, man. I'm just feeling like a kid all over again. You go for it, Ben.
All right, this is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Vince Lombardi. What the hell is going on around here? Actually, in the studio, and that is a man. When I hear his voice, I'm like, I expect that you are going to show up to work every day and give 110%.
Yeah, I don't think that he's not scary anymore. You know why? Because Gen Z now would probably be like, bro, either it's him or it's us. And so Vince Lombardi would have got fired a long time ago. There's gassers running, practicing multiple times a day, pads on the
You think Vince would have gotten
Friday.
canceled, Kyle? Is that what you're saying?
There's no way in the world Vince Lombardi's
Up, downs.
Yeah.
We're just going to do some downs right now. We're just going to lay down for a little bit.
How you think Vince Lombardi would respond to Caleb Williams?
Oh.
What do you mean? He does what? He makes what?
That's so
See,
good.
again, Kyle does make me laugh
Yeah, he's
so
so
much.
funny.
Oh, he's so funny, this
He's
Kyle.
so funny.
All right, the next on the list is easy peasy lemon squeezy because I lived through it. Bo Ryan. Bo Ryan in his prime was a scary, scary, scary coach. Now I'm going coaches right now. Obviously, there's players you can choose from, but when I think scary, I think head coaches. Head coaches are built different. They're just wacky. Brad?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. I mean, I agree. There are some head coaches that I had that were a little bit scary. Never like quite scary as I think Bo Ryan would be. He has that intimidation factor.
You stupid.
Oh, wow.
You do that again, never play here.
Okay, that would
like
be
that.
quite scary.
Yeah, it would be very.
I'm going to go
nerve-wracking.
with one that we know that is still in the end of his prime. Probably actually pretty firmly in his prime. Giannis in his prime, very scary, especially with the mean mug, right? I mean, he's got that mean mug face that if he is coming down the lane, rolling downhill at you, if I'm in the lane, I'm scared. I am scared of what Giannis is going to be able to do. He's just going to jam it on you, not give a darn about who's there. So he's
Jam
pretty
it
scary.
on you.
Jam it on you. That's right. Who else do we got? Ooh, I've got the guy whose jersey I'm wearing today, Brett Favre. Brett Favre is not only scary when it comes to, now hold on, scary when it comes to like the throws he can make, but scary as far as interceptions, as like haunting my dreams. I mean, we talked about that 6 interception playoff game. That is a game that still haunts my dreams. So with him with the ball in his hands, when he is just acting a fool, man, that is a scary proposition.
800-990-3776. A lot of Reggie Whites coming in, which I totally respect. Let's go to Juan in Madison. Juan, you are up.
Hey, I'm going to go with Ray Nitsky. Yeah,
Scary indeed.
I mean, you got it. Yeah.
I mean, for if we're going to go here, I mean, there's literally, from a Halloween standpoint, we're missing the one with the name that fits the most.
Boo!
The great Gravedigger.
Oh,
he was on my
that's
list.
good.
He was on my list. I was going to say this. Reggie White, he was scary. But Gilbert Brown, big ass, scary. You know I know this because I saw the man in person. And I ain't scared of a lot of people. But when Gilbert put his hands on me or when I touch him, he said, get your hands off of me. I said, oh, wait a minute now. I don't want no smoke. Gilbert Brown is scary. He's definitely on that list.
Well, if we're going to go that same type of theme, then how about Clay Matthews, right? Predator. Right?
Yes.
He's the Predator.
He was on my list, too. Clay Matthews was an absolute animal in his prime. I mean, animal in his prime. He was scary. He was
animal.
No, he was scary to offenses. They had to know where 52 was. We're hot right now. I might as well keep going, right?
Roll,
You know
baby,
another
roll.
who's scary? The last thing I want to see is a 5'11", 275-pound, big bulky man running around the bases named Prince Fielder trying to run into me at home plate. Prince Fielder was scary. He'd knock you out. So he definitely is on that list. And somebody else that was scary, but in a nice way. I was at the game where he had, I want to say, 7 or 8 3-pointers in a playoff game. Ray Allen, lethal shooter with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Pretty scary.
Very, very scary. Oh, I love me some Ray Allen. And that would be, he was definitely booing people up for sure.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN. Ron in the Key asked, did Ben dress up as a guy recovering from a bad haircut?
Yes, factual.
Yeah, Ben, why aren't you dressed at all? I mean, we're all three Kyles.
I hate Halloween.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I hate Halloween.
This is your daughter's first Halloween. Are you bringing her trick-or-treating?
No, we did the trick-or-treating thing in the neighborhood on Sunday, and I'm done with it.
Time out. No, time out.
Halloween sucks. It's the most overrated, stupidest holiday there is.
I will not allow that to come for you because out of everybody on this show, one person ate candy, lollipop, was sucking on it, whatever they were doing. You
Was I dressed up?
You ate. I don't recall, but I do know you ate a lot of candy, so you can't hate Halloween if you're eating all that candy.
Yeah,
Push pop. Yeah.
Halloween is Halloween's the worst holiday of all the holidays.
Then why do you enjoy it so much?
I don't enjoy it.
The way you ate that candy, you and the kids had to were being for who ate the most candy last Thursday in our office.
Push pop Brust.
Ben is he's a Halloween Grinch, is what he is.
I am.
He's a Grinch. This is Grinch energy.
But he took advantage of Halloween. How do you hate something but you eat all the candy?
If you're mad, I was stress eating.
You were stressed out. That's
What's wrong
what
with you?
Does Halloween induce a little stress?
I just think it's so dumb. I don't like it.
Why aren't you being
You're
having
dumb
fun
and I don't
with
like
it?
you.
All right, Cody, Ben, you're a lame dad. See, that's the thing. I'll do it for my daughter, but I don't have to love Halloween. Sorry that I'm not just gonna do what everyone loves. If I have an opinion about something, I can share my opinion. I think it's stupid that we all pretend to be something we're not for a day.
I just think
Why not? It's fun.
I mean,
It's fun.
Yeah, it is.
Boo.
It's cool. I really don't get into the festivities, but because as a show yesterday when we left, we said we were all dressed up.
Yeah, we did say that.
So I said for sure I'm going to dress up, and I participated in it. So I'm disappointed in you, Ben. But more importantly, I don't like the fact that you actually hate a holiday, but you participate when it's convenient for you. I don't like that. That's not cool.
All right, you can call me out. It's okay. I still have forever will stand by. I've always hated Halloween.
What happened? What trauma happened?
No,
as
there's
a
no
kid?
trauma.
What happened?
No, trust me. There's trauma. There's trauma. Strofe and I know about trauma.
You had no friends to walk around the neighborhood with the
Don't
trick or
rope me
treat.
into this. I love Halloween.
No, I'm just saying
our parents got divorced. Get over it. You're 34.
He's not
Did you go to doors?
Don't act like you're over it.
Did you
I'm
go
over
to
it.
Did you go to doors and was refused a candy or something?
Yeah,
See, finally.
Given tricks, not treats.
Ooh.
Finally, I have some people that are coming along the text line that also don't enjoy Halloween.
You
gotta
can't
loosen up a
make
little
something
bit.
plural when it's literally been one person that also texted.
I hate that you monitor the text line.
Oh, they're just lying. It's Halloween and he's a liar.
Push pop Brust.
Push pop Brust.
Who are the scariest Wisconsin icons?
Can I give one more?
Yeah.
Rondane.
Oh, that's a great one.
Rondane. He was scary. He definitely was scary. Running down the field, well, he's a big one too.
John Clay.
Also a good one.
I wouldn't want to get hit by John Clay.
No.
John Clay was also scared of weights, wasn't he? The weight room?
I don't know about that.
Did he?
I mean, he lifted some weights.
Well, then why was he so out of shape?
I don't know. He's just heavier set.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna get after him for that?
No,
you can still tote the
We
rock.
have a lightweight set guy in Alex Strofe.
No.
He can't build muscle or body fat.
You're
but
just lashing out right now.
no, I'm not. I hate Halloween.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did he have to do with it? I love me some John Clay. It's just, It seemed like he was out of shape, they said.
Brady chimes in, 2008 CC Sabathia. Scary! scary. Look up those stats. Dude was a freak.
Yeah. It seems like the bigger you are, the more scary you can be.
Well, yeah, and more damage you can inflict.
Yeah.
The Ron Dane, I still can't get over the fact that he ran like a 4.4 and he was like 280. That's insane.
It is. Some people are blessed, Brad.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else is scary.
Scary.
You got anybody else on that list? Aaron Rodgers wasn't scary.
He's kind of like
he's kind of pouty.
Yeah.
It's hard to be scary and pouty all at once.
He
now if you were a center for Aaron Rodgers, I'd be scared of Aaron Rodgers. Right? If you didn't snap the ball.
If you're a teammate of Aaron Rodgers, he's scary.
Well, he gave a lot of fans, Bears fans, Lions fans, Vikings fans, nightmares.
Yeah, he did.
Joe in the Boonies, as a certified fat guy, do you know how many times I've been asked to be something Chris Farley portrayed? It's annoying.
Oh, man,
that's easy money, though. I mean, it'd be a great game.
You're literally the point.
But that would be great.
Would it?
Yeah.
Sorry, Brian just doesn't want to be something he doesn't want to be. This is why Halloween sucks.
This is disappointing. Any other holidays you don't like?
Is Halloween overrated like I say it is? Put it on Twitter at KBN ESPN. I want to see where I am on the Halloween overrated thing.
I just don't feel like it's... I'm not like a big Halloween
What do you mean? You're dressed in a robe and your owner shirt and the glasses?
Thank you. I am an owner. Just know that. Because of the fact that if somebody wants me to participate in the festivities, I'm going to participate in the festivities because I'm a team player. Now, am I going to try to dress up by myself all the time? No, not like Brad being dressed up for children to come to his house tonight. But when we have a team that says they're going to dress up, I'll participate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just leaning in and having fun. It's one day a year.
Thank you, Mac.
Yourself.
Adults celebrating Halloween and dressing up is the equivalent of adults going to Disneyland without kids.
Wow.
Couldn't agree more.
I don't
know
see
some
that's
folks
a
who do
huge
that.
stretch.
800-990-3776. Who's the scariest Wisconsin sports icon? Plus, I hate Halloween. If you think I'm wrong, tell me I'm a jerk. Tell me I'm no fun. Tell me I'm lame. Plus, we have some updates from the Green Bay Packers practice. We'll get to you, KBN Nation, update you on Jordan Love and what the Packers need to do in order to beat the Detroit Lions. A whole lot more with Brad as a 90s Packer fan, Kyle as a I don't even know, and Strofe as a
head
skeleton.
shareholder in charge.
Lame. Like Halloween. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman
Pull my baby out the goal. Yeah, get him out. Ain't no way in the world my baby gonna get hit that many times with a puck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
This offense, Matt LaFleur's side of the ball, dragged this whole team through where they are right now.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
The defense got hot at the right time. That might be what we're seeing here with the Packers defense as well.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel, stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at lowtusa.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop. please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, let's get to this week's specials at Century Foods. Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected varieties Stone Ridge ice cream, 2 for $7. 14.1 to 33.5-ounce selected varieties Culinary Circle pizza, $4.99. Gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white or chocolate milk, $3.99. 8 to 16.5-ounce selected varieties Hostess multi-packs, $2.99.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Try this. Win free groceries from Century Foods.
With free groceries from Century Foods.
Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by January 8th.
The kick is up and wide left.
Why don't they customize the goalposts?
Gina Della from Pella? How'd you get into the booth?
No, listen. If they made our goalposts just a little wider, and why just yellow? It's Green Bay. Add some green stripes.
Sure, Gina. Should they also remove the G at midfield and paint a Pella crest?
Okay, Wayne, I get it. You can't customize a football game to go the way you want, but Pella can customize your home the way you want. From durable materials and fold-away hardware to custom colors and ease of maintenance, backed by quality craftsmanship, energy efficiency, and warranties that will last for years.
And this has got to be the Pella Dagger.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 60 months at PellaWI.com. Okay, now I've got popcorn and soda.
Right here.
$22.50, please.
Too bad we can't customize concession prices.
That's it. You got this, partner? I'm out of here.
Hold your appointment on or before November 8th. Certain restrictions apply.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
This is getting a little Jesse Nelson-ish, producer of Wilde and Tausch. Spooky or fluky. So I'm not going to lie, it's one of my favorite segments they do around Halloween.
It's a great segment.
You know, if you want to watch back at Wilde and Tausch, you can do that on YouTube. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. It's hard to intro the show like this. Alex Strofe wearing his skeleton outfit, sneezing. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bless you.
It's crazy how you can make a song and it makes you feel like somebody's going to die.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's just supposed to put you on edge a little bit, Kyle.
No, somebody's supposed to die. Usually, comes up in the movies. Is that not?
So I have a theory on scary movies. First off, anybody here a fan of scary movies?
I hate scary movies.
They're fine. Why would I pay to go be scared? Why would I pay a movie theater to go watch a scary movie?
You ever been to a haunted house?
Hated it. Been to one, never going back again.
Well, those are a little bit more engaging, right?
It's experiential.
Experience, where the movie is just, it can cause dreams. Like, ask all of our parents, I want to say, are probably baby boomers. I'm not sure about yours, Mr. Strofe. But all our parents are baby boomers, and I guarantee you the first scary movie they all saw was The Exorcist. And they'll tell you they were scared, sugar, honey, iced tea.
Yeah.
It's
Lists.
To pay to experience terror. It just makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You should have to pay me to go watch something to be scared. I don't want nightmares. Dude, I still change the channel when I see scary or look away and go under the blankets when I see a commercial about a scary movie coming out.
Yeah, and I'll actually put this out there. It feels like trailers are becoming more horrifying.
Yes!
Don't you think so?
Yes!
Like, I will be watching TV, and a commercial of a trailer will come on, and it is a horrifying trailer. I'm like, wait a minute, you can just put this on any channel. I'm trying to watch the NFL game, and this horrifying movie trailer comes on.
There was some HBO show about some doll or something, Annabelle. I don't know. I'm like, Annabelle. I don't want to see this. And then here's another one. My lady, she hates the movie Smile. Like Smile 2 just is coming out, and she legitimately said, "Turn turn. No, she got some dreams that came up, and she's like, "This, I saw this in my dream. Turn this off."
Could someone explain to me, for those who like scary movies, why do you like scary movies? 800-990-3776. Because
Sick individuals.
I fundamentally don't understand. Like, why do I want to be scared? Why do I want to have nightmares? Why do I want to be thinking about something bad when I'm laying in my bed and it's nighttime and like then I feel like I need to go downstairs and lock the doors and they're already locked and
I mean,
locking doors. Huh?
Life is already hard enough. I don't need to have these like disturbing images in my brain. The only thing I can think of is it's like a thrill-seeking type experience, but there's so many other ways to get an adrenaline rush that are not so scarring.
So would you all, I'm assuming, what if a girl, before we were all taken?
Brad's wife consoles him during the Goonies and Robin Madison.
The Goonies is creepy.
Would you all, if a woman wanted to take you on a date, or you wanted you to take her on a date, and she wanted to go see a
Deal
scary
breaker.
movie?
Done.
Well, if she was like really weird about like, I gotta go see a scary movie.
I actually stopped seeing a girl because she didn't find Austin Powers funny.
That is worth a breakup.
Thank you, Brad.
That is worth a breakup. Austin Powers is one of the funniest movies ever.
If you don't find that humor funny, we're not gonna get along.
Yeah, and that's good self-awareness, Ben. I'm actually proud of you for that. That is one of the better reasons I've ever heard to break up with anybody.
Yeah. The other reason why I knew the fiance, my love of my life that I'm getting married to, was the one is the moment that we watched Borat 2 days in a row.
That's love.
It is love.
That's love, baby.
That's
I was like,
100% love.
she loves Borat this much.
Did she love
this is
it?
going to be my wife.
Did she love it, or she just loved you?
Oh, no. She loved it. No, I swear, Kyle, she loved it. I swear.
She does a lot for you. I see.
Yeah, she does. She's a little patient.
Yeah.
Very patient.
A scary movie is cheaper than a haunted house. I mean, I guess it makes people feel alive.
But why do you want to get scared at all?
Yes, John, poor little Benny does get scared easily. I had a nightmare, and it starts with nightmares. I went down to the basement, and my dad was watching a scary movie. It was Chucky. I still can't look at Chucky.
Chucky's not that scary.
I know,
it's
but
a little crazy.
Have you ever seen Chucky though?
I've seen, Chucky's a little. He's a little emotional behavior disorder.
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen bits and pieces. Yeah, he's just stabbing and killing people.
Yeah, but they jump out at
a lot
you.
as a dog.
Let's go to a movie guy. MK in the Desert. You're our KBN movie guy, and why you like scary movies. Please explain.
Sure, absolutely. And I don't want to speak just for myself, but also for all the horror fans in the United States, and also happy Halloween to everybody on the show there.
Except
Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, really, for years, and you can see studies on this, etc. Is you guys are definitely an interesting lot with the fact that you don't like scary movies, but it's a release. It's a way for us to go into a theater, and you have that camaraderie with the fans that are in the theater with you. And you can experience those chills and terrors, etc., in that safe environment. And then when you leave, it's over. It's a way to get that out without you being
Get what out?
In real
What
life.
am I getting out? I still don't know what I'm getting out.
Well,
Maybe fear.
I mean, so do you like to ride roller coasters, Ben?
Yeah,
I like
I'm an
roller coasters.
adrenaline guy,
Nope.
but not scary movies.
Not me. I see people hanging upside down.
Right. But so I'll just stick with Ben and the roller coaster. So I can't do a roller coaster.
Oh,
There's
what
no
a
way.
weenie movie guy.
I have motion sickness, so it wouldn't look good if I
Take
went
some
on.
Dramamine.
But so that's your adrenaline rush, and for me and a lot of people that are into horror movies, that's their adrenaline release.
That was a beautiful spin by MK.
Yeah, what a spin!
Well
I'm still not convinced because
I thought that was well said.
What I'm shocked at is that we're viewed as the interesting lot of people that don't like horror. We should put that on the poll. Do you like horror movies? Yes or no?
Yeah. Good job, Brad.
Good poll, Brad.
Fire, Brad. Come on now, baby.
What a day you're having.
Because I'm shocked that people would see. And if I'm looking to have an experience in a theater, I would rather it be like a comedy movie. I think there's nothing better than a whole group of people laughing together.
And you guys threw me off with this.
It's so fun. It's so smiling.
fun, yeah.
Well, I don't like. Why would I pay to go put my head underneath a blanket and lay in my baby girl's like arms?
And
I can do that for free.
I'll say this too: for the few horror movies I did see in theaters, it is way worse to see it in theaters. It's so, but the screen is larger, the sound is I mean, it's just like I am way more scared.
I think something wrong with people because some of these scary movies, people getting murdered, killed, all different things. Like, why would I want that? Why would I want to see somebody's head spinning around on their neck like that? Like,
which scary movie you see a spinning head around the neck?
Spinning head, tongue, like I have no interest in that. Y'all are laughing. I'm dead serious.
No, it's creepy though. It sticks with you too. Like,
it does.
When we were in high school, we had a group of friends of like guys and girls. And we watched like scary movies for like a month just as a thing, like during whatever. And one of them was The Exorcist. I still remember in my mind's eye, this is 15 years ago. I still remember those scenes. You close your eyes. The things you want to remember in life, you can't remember. And you remember these horrific things.
It's called being scarred. It's called trauma. Still to this day. You know what music video I've never seen? Probably one of the most watched music videos ever.
Thriller?
Thriller
is a creepy music video.
I've never seen it because I never forget when the album came out. My aunt, she loves her some Michael Jackson. And on the album cover or whatever it was, going through the booklet, it had all freaky stuff. I was like, I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old when I saw it. And still to this day, I have not watched the Thriller music video. I don't want nothing to do with it.
That's a funny thing of like what things are not intended to be scary that actually are scary.
That was intended.
I remember going to a friend's house. And remember, like there was those movies, like the Ernest movies, like Ernest, Scared Stupid. Like they were supposed to be comedies. And Ernest, Scared Stupid, I remember being on, and I had nightmares about that movie. It was.
Oh,
such
Brad,
a
you're
scary
softer
movie.
than me, so this makes sense. Todd and Franklin, 800-990-3776. It says you have a question on scary movies, and I think we're not going to have an answer, but I'm open to hearing your question. Todd going once.
Hey.
There you are.
Todd here. Sorry. It depends on the type of scary movie it is, right? So is it gory? Is it just like all blood and guts? Or is it like Nightmare on Elm Street was the scary movie in the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s. I just watched it over, I think a couple of weeks ago. I actually thought it was funny. So
yeah, maybe because the production quality is so bad that you could probably see past things.
Yeah, the way they make movies nowadays are just downright horrifying.
Diana and McGuanago, 800-990-3776. You're up, Dirty D.
Hey, I'm having my own horror story. We have no power out here in McGuanago, and people don't know how to drive. There's no stoplights. I can't even make myself something to eat.
Dang.
Oh, no.
Happy Halloween, I guess. Trying to make it real spooky out there in the muck.
Is that because of the wind? Did the wind throw down power lines?
I think so. They're saying the estimated time of back on is 6 o'clock or whatever, and I'm on my way to get my daughter right now. Oh my Lord, this is a nightmare.
That is a nightmare.
Thank you, Diana.
Honestly, that's a real life nightmare.
I shouldn't laugh. Why are you laughing back there?
I can't stop.
But I appreciate her giving us an update. I'm sorry for the
Hey,
folks out
Diana, when you get home, let us know, all right? Text in 800-990-3776, okay?
She better stay in that car. Ain't no power in the house.
All right, we're skipping becoming relevant because I want to get to the Green Bay Packers.
I didn't know she was still on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
I love me some Dirty D.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
800-990-3776. Say that again. What a radio pro.
He's so...
Say that again. Nobody said a word. Ben Brust, say that. Can we make a rule for Kyle Brust and Nortman?
You're a good producer.
Say that again. No Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and no Greg Scalzo, my former co-host.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hey, this is ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. Guys, let's talk about something important. You. Taking care of your health and appearance isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, they make it easy. With experts in advanced skincare, body contouring, and anti-aging treatments, Quintessa is here to help you stay sharp and at your best. Trust me, when you look good, you feel even better. So why wait? Visit myquintessa.com and take the first step towards a more confident you.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Shinecup, a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
America's happiest jewelry store is coming to Kenosha.
And our grand opening celebration will be November 1st and 2nd.
Just off Highway 50 at exit 344.
Kesslers Diamonds is America's largest employee-owned jewelry company.
And because we own the company, we can do anything we want.
Here's what we've decided to do.
We're going to give away 2 big diamonds.
A 3/4 carat natural diamond.
And a 2-carat newborn created diamond.
Who gives away diamonds? We do.
Have snacks and refreshments.
And spin our wheel of sparkle for spectacular prizes.
Do we know how to celebrate or what?
The first 81 people to arrive each day will be given a special gift.
81 is our special number.
The Kessler 81 is a magical diamond that explodes with light.
You've got to see it to believe it.
And everyone will get 0% interest for 18 months with approved credit.
Come to Kesslers.
Friday, November 1st and Saturday the 2nd.
Just off Highway 50 at exit 344.
KesslersDiamonds.com.
PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 10 million users. Mark Toscher here, excited to tell you all about PrizePicks, the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. All you do is pick more or less on a 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become part of the PrizePicks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks is the best way to win real money this football season. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on PrizePicks. Sign up today. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Use code WI to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Jordan Love is practicing after rehabbing yesterday. It looks like, according to him, he's being cautious in the rain and wet field. And I know Brad mentioned there could be some weather in the forecast on Sunday. Also back, Josh Jacobs, left tackle Rasheed Walker, and left guard Elton Jenkins. Still out, Jair Alexander, Evan Williams, and Josh Myers. So we will continue to monitor the practice injury reports and everything that comes through the desks. We'll go to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe if we hear anything that comes about with those players. But I heard something really interesting from Mark Tauscher on Wilde and Tausch. And Wilde and Tausch had TJ Lang, former Packer, former Lion, on with them. You can catch them 9 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin or wherever you get your podcasts. And I thought it was really interesting, the conversation that Tausch and TJ Lang were having from an offensive line perspective, because for those who are unfamiliar with the Detroit Lions and how they really drive success, it is the success of their front five. Their tight ends, the way they move people, the personality of their head coach, it's driven by physicality. And The way that the Packers beat the Lions last year on Thanksgiving was what, Kyle?
Got a lot of pass rush. Got a lot of pressure.
Got a lot of pass rush. I think you combine pressure and pass rush, but I'm good with it because they did get to Jared Goff and he did make mistakes. This from Mark Tauscher, there was some iffy audio, so I will read on the radio, which is another Wilde and Tausch staple. This quote from Tausch as he's talking to TJ Lang. If I am the Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, I'm saying we can't let him, being Jared Goff, be comfortable. He can turn it over, and I think that is the key to this game this weekend. Get them in 3rd and 6+, and I will like Green Bay's chances. TJ Lang said yes, but to any degree. A lot of quarterbacks in those situations or when they're uncomfortable do make mistakes. My question is, do you believe that the Packers can actually make Jared Goff uncomfortable this year? Because the entire conversation that riles people up is the lack of pressures from Rashawn Gary. Now, this is a two-parted question, right? Because Jeff Hafley can bring pressure, right? He's mixed up packages, but there is a vulnerability on the back end, especially if there's no Jair and Evan Williams, right? You're leaning on some, Eric Stokeses, Corey Ballantyne, and with no Evan Williams and Jair, and we don't know if they're playing or not. My point is, if you blitz, you put yourself in a bad situation if they're able to get something off quick. And if you don't blitz, do you believe that Hafley and the defense are going to be able to figure out how to slow down and make Jared Goff not play well, in which they've scored 170-plus points the last 4 games? And my question is, yes, I agree, Tausch, but how do the Green Bay Packers specifically do that with their team? Because other teams have not been able to disrupt Jared Goff.
Yeah, this is why it's going to be a huge challenge for the Packers to win on Sunday, or at least slow down the Lions offensively. Maybe this will be a shootout, which is the only way the Packers can win, because last year on Thanksgiving, you're exactly right. That's how the Packers had their formula to beat the Lions. They had 3 sacks and 12 QB pressures. That is a ton. And this current Packer team, this current Packer defensive line has produced nowhere near those kind of numbers so far this year. Not only that, not only is it probably the worst part of the Green Bay Packers team since the Packers have figured out the kicker situation.
I can't take you seriously. Go on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison with that stupid helmet.
I love it. I feel like I'm back in my playing days, baby.
Sounds smarter.
Yeah, I do. I get the single bar, like the old school bar. It looks like a very kicker-esque face mask. But when it comes to the matchup, not only is it the worst area of the Green Bay Packers right now for this current team, but it's probably the best for the Detroit Lions, right? Not only is it probably their best unit, the offensive line, it might be the best unit in all of football, right? Those 5 offensive linemen might be the best unit in all of football. They've been together for a long time, so they do good at passing off blocks and communication. So it's going to be really, really, really hard to get the best of them. Now, you're not going to be able to do it with 4. No chance the Packers 4 versus their 5 that you're going to be able to get home. Jared Goff will have all stinking day. It's going to have to fall on Jeff Hafley. Jeff Hafley is going to have to be the guy that picks up the slack. He's going to have to send blitzers off the edge. He's going to have to get deceptive in his looks with linebackers. Maybe it's a cornerback coming off the edge. He has to be unpredictable. He has to be clued in to who the guys are that are getting home. He's going to have to be incredibly creative. Now, the other problem with that is, though, you can't sacrifice stopping the run, because if you've got guys that are scheming all type of blitzes, that could open up certain holes if there's draws, if there's run plays. So this is about as hard of a challenge the Green Bay Packers have had all year, easily, when it comes to stopping this Detroit offense. There's no easy answer, because when you try to then send blitzes, you expose yourself to many other different ways, like the run game, that you can be exposed. So this D-line isn't enough. It's on Jeff Hafley to do more. And then you just hope that the secondary and linebackers are willing to put the game on their shoulders and say, okay, it's just going to be harder for us today while we try to get pressure on Jared Goff.
And I think you make a great point there talking about if you bring that pressure, which the Green Bay Packers will need to dial up some type of pressure in order to consistently make Jared Goff uncomfortable, you have to rely upon your defensive backing core in order to hold up against this Lions passing attack. That's why it is so crucial and so critical to make sure that we either have Evan Williams or Jair Alexander, one of them in this game, because if you're going to be missing both, then that kind of limits what you can do with that pass rush, because you don't have your top dogs out there that could potentially allow for the D-line to get there, allow for those stunts, those twists, or being aggressive on the defensive line to make him uncomfortable. You lose that ability because, like you said, Brad, when you don't have your top dogs out there, it leaves you susceptible in the passing game. But overall, fellas, the reason why I think the Packers, if our defensive backs can hold up, we can get pressure because Jared Goff has himself put an emphasis on not turning the ball over, which has led to him having 14 sacks, getting sacked 14 times in the last 4 games. That just shows you that you can get pressure. You can get to Jared Goff, but more importantly, they need to make sure that he feels uncomfortable, and that comes with them doing different stunts and sitting in 5 consistently. So really it comes down to, can the defensive backs hold up, Brad? I don't know, because if Jair and Evan Williams aren't there, I don't have a lot of confidence in that.
Well, you're right. He's not mobile. Jared Goff is not mobile. The Packers have faced many quarterbacks that are indeed mobile, that you have to rush with a little bit of restraint. Now, D linemen hate that, right? Because they like just being able to trying to get home. But he is amongst the least mobile quarterbacks they've faced this year. So you can pin your ears back and go get him.
And one thing I want to say this as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Though the Green Bay Packers pass rush has not been consistent, when Jeff Hafley has been creative, the Packers have been able to make something happen. So whether or not it was Rashawn Gary rushing up the middle a couple weeks ago, or Xavier McKinney coming off the edge, or even Keyshawn Nixon getting in the backfield, like when the Packers were creative with the pass rush, they were able to get home specifically against C.J. Stroud. So I really think the creativity is going to fall on the lap of Jeff Hafley this week in order to create that necessary pressure to win this football game.
You're not wrong. So you're not wrong, but to Brad's earlier point, is the communication, the way that they work together as a unit, they're the best in the league at what they do. Like, their offensive line they're a little bit more susceptible to pressure from a pass standpoint when they're in passing situations. So, yes, I do agree that if they can do what Tausch said, get him in those third and longer situations, that's where you're going to have to dial something up. But you got to be effective, and it's got to work, because if Jared Goff is able to stay comfortable when you bring that pressure, he will carve you up. His completion percentage is through the roof this year, and it's going to be the most intriguing game of the season, and I can't wait. 800-990-3776. Do you believe Jeff Hafley and this D-line will be able to disrupt Jared Goof, as I've once named him, but he's kind of proven me wrong?
Well, and the other hard part is, too, if Jeff Hafley is sending blitzes, that becomes a theme of the game. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, he's going to adjust, and he's going to do things that will then take advantage of the newly vacated space of all the guys that are going to come and blitz. So that's why it's
Ben Johnson versus Jeff Hafley.
Oof. I mean, Ben Johnson is the best.
He's the best. He's the best right now at calling plays.
That's why, like, it's going to be a lot on Jeff Hafley. But at some point, these guys just got to beat the D-line has to take it upon themselves to just beat these guys, and then figure out ways to just do stunts, do twists, do something to be able to
twist them, pull them, do something,
do anything, because you're going to expose your defense in other areas if you are constantly relying on blitzes.
It's time now to give away a $50 gift card, as Strofe looks like he did not prepare an over-under for today as he's shaking his head.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. We forgot over-under?
Unbelievable.
What is this, Sunday Karma?
Produced by Kyle Wallace?
Yeah, Sunday Karma hasn't happened in a while. It's happening, and I think I need to come up with a 7 and 11
Are you
list.
going to be prepared for Sunday at 11?
Yes, I will, if I remember.
Good answer.
I'm
ready to go.
10 to noon.
I'm ready to go.
Across ESPN Wisconsin on Sunday, leading you into Green Bay game day with Alex Strofe. 800-990-3776. Caller 6 and caller 9. Caller 6, you'll get a category from Alex Strofe. You'll also get an over-under. You get to choose if you believe in us. If you believe in the over, you are rolling with us. If you believe we're going to get under, that's what you get. And then the caller number 9 is stuck on the side that number 6 does not want. So the way it works, again, category from Alex Strofe, over-under is set. Myself, Kyle, Brad, we team up to get as many guesses right out of 10 possible guesses. We do our best. You choose who you want. Caller 6, caller 9, 800-990-3776, over-under, a staple. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Is that when I look at this, I love the fact that we do have Josh Jacobs, but let's be hesitant. We need to make sure that Josh Jacobs' best days aren't behind him and the best days are still in front of him, because he has a lot of mileage on him already.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. In 1995, Tito Beveridge built his very own distillery and put his life savings into it. Since then, he's won the unanimous Judge's Choice Double Gold Medal at the World Spirits Competition, the Chairman's Trophy for World's Best Vodka Tonic, and many others. Tito's Handmade Vodka is still made on the same land where he started it, all in Austin, Texas. Distilled from corn and gluten-free. Visit us at Tito'sVodka.com for recipes, videos, and more. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? A succession plan that benefits business owners and employees. Full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Experience elite orthopedic care at OAW. Their skilled teams in Pewaukee, Brookfield, and Mukwonago offer tailored treatment for your needs.
The Bucks dropped their third straight, falling to the defending NBA champion Celtics 119-108 in Boston. Milwaukee led by 3 at halftime before being outscored 66-52 in the second half. Giannis finished with a double-double, 30 points and 10 rebounds to go along with 6 assists, but turned the ball over 7 times on the night.
Dumps it down low to Giannis. Giannis spins off Brown, and then he flushes it through with a one-hand dunk. Giannis with a quick corkscrew down low. He's got 26 points now on 12 of 23 shooting.
Damian Lillard led the Deer with a game-high 33 points. The 1-3 Bucks wrap up their 3-game road trip Thursday night against the Memphis Grizzlies. Tip-off is at 7.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Book your appointment today at orthowisconsin.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
This time of year can be really tough on a number of areas in your home. If you're struggling with any electrical issues, the superheroes at Current Electric are ready to help you. Chuck Smith is a Brookfield Central grad who started Current Electric over 40 years ago. His mission was to serve our community with integrity and quality. Whether it's as small as a switch repair or as large as rewiring your entire home, to a generator to keep your lights on, or even interest in solar energy, call on the superheroes from Current Electric. Go to callcurrent.com. That's callcurrent.com.
Truth Nation, is Dr. Ken Harris. Your vote matters. Election day is Tuesday, November 5th, and I want to encourage you to get out and vote for the change that you want to see. Get out and vote, Truth Nation. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Very much looking forward to Over Under, but also the music got me thinking. Brad Nortman has prepared something special for all of KBN Nation that we will be playing throughout the show. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, you KBN Nation at 800-990-3776, and seeing our beautiful faces in Brad's ridiculous costume on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison.
How could you not clap?
Because I don't like Halloween.
It's snap.
All right, just hit Over Under, please. Children today. You really are Halloween energy.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Yeah, it is. I totally remembered this was happening today.
All right, we'll be good.
I've actually come up with a pretty good one for you guys today. I'm proud of my efforts in the commercial break. Caller 6, Justin in Milwaukee, is on the under. Caller 9, Mike in the Falls, is on the over.
That means Justin picked against us, huh?
He sure did. And
hate to do this to him.
It's a good line, I think. So we've been talking a lot about Aaron Rodgers. Yesterday we were trying cayenne pepper with water because that's the new magic elixir for Mr. Rodgers. Strictly during his time as a Packer, I am looking for the 10 receivers with the most receptions from footballs thrown by Aaron Rodgers as a Packer. Only as a Packer, no Jets tenure involved. Most receptions. So the receivers or pass catchers with the most receptions. During Aaron Rodgers' tenure as a Packer, the over-under is set at 7.5. Who's leading this week? Who's the final
Kyle,
answer?
you're leading because we want to know with you leading.
I can lead, but we know Packers receivers, okay?
Kyle, you're leading?
I'm leading.
All right, time starts in 3, 2,
Tay, we can do
1.
that right away.
Yeah.
Final, Tay.
Full name, please? Devontae Adams is number 1.
Jordy Nelson, fellas, how you feel
Yeah,
about
I
that?
like Jordy.
Jordy Nelson, final answer.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson's number 3.
Randall Cobb.
Final answer.
That is number 2. You've got the top 3.
James Jones, you think in there?
Yeah, because he had a couple stints.
Yeah, I like James Jones.
Let's go Greg Jennings first, didn't that?
Yeah.
Greg Jennings, final answer.
Number 4.
James Jones, final answer.
Number 5.
Donald Driver? Or is it usually,
I don't think they spent enough time together.
Jermichael Finley, potentially.
I was thinking a tight end would be Jermichael.
Let's put Ryan Grant on that list.
What about a potential running back? Did Aaron Jones catch enough balls? I'm just throwing some stuff out there.
Yeah,
a lot of
Jones,
turnover
Grant, Lacey.
Nah, Lacey ain't catching no balls.
So we got Jermichael Finley at tight end. Some more. We got Alan Lazard as a potential person.
2 minutes.
Currently 5 for 5. You have 5 guesses left. Need at least 3 of them correct.
And we have Jermichael. Who are some other? Jarrett Cook. I don't know.
No, not
He was
enough.
only here for a year.
Richard Rodgers, not enough.
Ruvel Martin. Let's put him on the list.
Ruvel Martin.
I'm just putting names down, fellas.
Yeah.
I think we're missing
It's a
somebody.
poll.
You got Jordy. You got James. You got Geronimo Allison.
No, not enough.
Would Alan Lazard?
He would be
4
above
years.
Geronimo.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do Alan Lazard or any tight ends?
Probably
Jermichael is what I would do.
Jermichael Finley, final answer.
He's number 8.
Can we get numbers? How many they had? Receptions?
No.
Oh, wow.
I didn't have time to prepare that.
Okay.
How about,
Great. So we're falling.
Okay. You guys want to do Alan Lazard?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not super confident about that one, but
Alan Lazard, final answer.
Alan Lazard
1
is number
minute.
9. You need one more.
so who do we got left on the possible list?
We have Geronimo Allison.
No, we don't. No.
Yeah, I like Aaron Jones.
Right. I don't know about Ryan Grant. Who was the other running back? Aaron Jones? Let me just do Aaron Jones, final answer?
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, final answer.
Kyle, the lead.
Give me that. I told Justin it wasn't his day.
Oh, I wanted to do 8.5. You got 2 guesses left. See if you can go for the clean sweep.
Any we had written down.
You're missing number 6 and number 10.
Did we say any of these names?
Well,
since the game's over, you can tell us that.
No, but I'm still salty, so I'm not going to.
Who's another? Donald Lee? No, Donald Lee will be 2.
the Donald Driver might be part of it.
Donald Driver, final answer.
Yeah, that's number 6. You're missing number 10.
I think.
All right, now since it's number 10, give us.
I can give you the numbers, by the way. I do have them.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so Alan Lazard, for the record, was 163. He's number 9 on the list. The guy behind him had 131 catches thrown by Aaron Rodgers.
Big drop off.
131 catches by Aaron Rodgers. Richard Rodgers?
No, that's too many.
But he was here for.
I can't think of another tight end that was that productive.
We're thinking of 30 catch seasons.
Martellus Bennett. I'm joking.
No.
I think he had about 4.
Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham is in the top 20, but not in the top 10.
Who's a name we're
There's like there's got to be a wide receiver that we're slipping on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will say this, you have not mentioned his name yet.
Oh,
that
wow.
makes it harder.
I can't think of another
100 something.
Give us an era.
Recent-ish.
Recent-ish.
Within the last 5 years.
I'm trying to think 2019.
MVS?
Wow.
He was a yards per catch guy. That's all.
It's got to be MVS.
MVS number 13 on the list.
Dang,
You just want me to
he was
tell
trash.
you? You want
Yeah,
me to
just give it to us.
Robert Tunyon.
Bobby Tunyon. I wouldn't have gotten by.
He had such a good year in 2020. That 2020 year, he was ridiculous.
He's a stud.
MVS sucks.
Another name you didn't mention. Another name you didn't mention came in at number 11. That'd be James Starks.
Oh, okay. Okay.
James
I was thinking
Starks,
Brandon
yeah.
Jackson. Nah, he wouldn't have had enough.
Richard Rodgers 12. Marquez Valdes-Scantling 13. Another name you didn't mention at 14. Two names actually, 14 and 15. Donald Lee, Jamal Williams.
I did say
round up the
Donald
top
Lee,
15.
but I didn't say Jamal. I forgot. I didn't realize how many catches he had. Like 50.
Who?
Jamal.
97.
Dang!
He was here 4 years.
Aaron, throw that thing around, boy.
It's about 2 catches a game for Jamal Williams.
But a lot of texters came in. I knew this was an answer. Big Dog.
Glenn Robinson.
Mercedes Lewis did not crack the top 20, surprisingly.
He's not a pass.
He's not a
No,
big
I
guy.
know.
Not anymore.
I know.
He never was.
Yes, he was.
Back in the day.
In Jacksonville?
You should know.
Yeah, in Jacksonville, he was a touchdown red zone machine.
Him and
Yeah.
Maurice Jones-Drew. I was like, I like that vibe they got going.
Was he still
guess
there? Was
in
he
the
still
red
in Jacksonville
zone.
when you were there?
He was still in Jacksonville when I was there.
Okay.
So I did play
Dang.
with him for 2 years.
Strofe, do you
He's
feel
awesome.
good about what you've prepared about Brad Nortman and his little Halloween spooky season thingamajiggy?
Do I feel good is an interesting way to phrase that question.
Will the audience like it?
I feel like the cornball Brad fans will really enjoy this.
That's everybody. Who doesn't love corny Brad Nortman? In 2 minutes, you get the best 120 seconds of your life.
Oh, it's longer than that.
You get the best 180 seconds of your life.
It's also longer than that.
You're going to have a great time in 2 minutes.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and November is here. Are you ready to make some money? We're having a great run in football, 36-14 over the last month. Everybody's into profit. NBA's off to a great start. Breeders' Cup's going this weekend for free. Get signed up. Go to fatjacksports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. They go to your personal portal. They will make you money betting the games. College basketball starts next week. Don't miss out. It's less than $100 a week to make money betting on the games at fatjacksports.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Brandon McManus delivers a walk-off field goal once again as the Pack take down the Jaguars 30-27 in Jacksonville. Malik Willis had to enter the game for an injured Jordan Love late and executed a nearly flawless 2-minute drill to lead the game-winning drive.
How Matt's calling it, just trying to understand that he's calling each play with a purpose and try to think on the same page as him as far as what we're trying to do with whatever play we call.
So a huge matchup now in Green Bay on Sunday afternoon, a 3:25 kickoff as the Pack host the first-place Detroit Lions.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Brad Nortman dressed up as a 90s Packer fan. Kyle Wallace trying to pretend he's cooler than he is. Yep, as he puts on glasses to make him look cooler than he is. Alex Strofe is a skeleton, matches his body composition. And I'm a douche.
What? I'm sick of you today.
Well, that was accurate, though. You can't get mad at the
Hold on a minute.
truth.
I'll get to you in a second.
Me?
You, Ben Brust, are in a crappy mood because you're no fun. You think you're cooler than Halloween, and I'm sick of the attitude. You're lashing out because Kyle, Brad, and I are having fun on Halloween, and you keep lashing out.
As
and I'm
Josh
getting sick of it.
DiMaggio just texted me, sweet Halloween spirit, you dork.
Thank you. I'm better than you. Low life, boring,
Don't get
no
'em.
fun
Get 'em.
dweebs.
Enjoy life a little bit, Ben. Loosen up.
All right, well, maybe I will with this little poem you wrote.
Yeah, I can set it up.
800-990-3776, because when Brad speaks and does something that is creative or not creative, I love to hear the reaction, so be ready, because Brad did something.
Yeah, guys, so if you remember last year, I did a little something similar on Halloween last year.
I don't even remember last year. Like, guys.
Well, what I love doing is I love taking whatever, the holiday or whatever else, and superimposing it with sports, right? So it's a few analogies. So what I did this year is I took certain people and sports teams and I compared them. Ironically, I recorded this before the show to horror movies and Halloween movies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So we had a whole segment on horror and Halloween movies. So I compared Wisconsin sports teams and Green Bay Packers to horror movies and which one they would be. Without further ado, Strofe. And Strofe beautifully produced it. First time I'm hearing it.
You haven't even heard it.
Yeah, but I trust Strofe. Brian Gutekunst is The Exorcist. If you ain't young and inexpensive, boy, he will just cast you right out. Jaden Reed, he is Child's Play, specifically Chucky. Don't be fooled by smaller size. Jaden Reed, just like Chucky, has elite speed, strength, awareness, and grit. Josh Jacobs is like Halloween, Michael Myers specifically. Just when you think you've done enough to stop him, boy, Michael Myers or Josh Jacobs remind you that he can take even more hits. You realize you haven't done enough to get him down, and he just keeps going and going. Xavier McKinney is like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. He haunts all quarterback streams. You're afraid of them when he goes bump in the night, and just when you think you're having a beautiful dream, he walks right in, snatches it away from you, and you're living in a nightmare. The Packers' offensive line, they're like the Ghostbusters, a group of people trying to protect what they care about most. That's the Ghostbusters and the Green Bay Packer offensive line. The Packers' defensive line, that is gone, girl. Disappeared without a trace. No signs of them. We thought we were living in a honeymoon type of environment with this group, but we woke up one morning and they are nowhere to be found. Matt LaFleur is like Saw. Matt LaFleur, just like Jigsaw, is a mastermind. You are living in his world, and he is just toying with you in it. He's always one step ahead of you, next level brilliant. He's a puppeteer pulling all the strings, leaving his enemies no chance to escape. Jair Alexander, he's like The Shining. Started out innocent, kind of below the radar, but turns very strange and bizarre as the movie goes on. Aaron Rodgers is like Hocus Pocus, endlessly searching for the fountain of youth, wanting to live forever, entrapping those around you. That is what Aaron Rodgers does, and the witches from Hocus Pocus. Doesn't matter what the potions are, elixirs used, ayahuasca, cayenne pepper, or darkness. Their pursuit to be immortal is endless, no matter how strange or the cost. Mark Murphy is Scary Movie. Just plain hilarious from start to finish. You scratch your head, you laugh out loud, but I will say this. When I saw Scary Movie, I thought it was a great movie. It redefined a new era. Mark Murphy, he redefined a new era of Green Bay Packer football. Pretty good movie, Mark Murphy. The Wisconsin Badger football team is like It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. The Great Pumpkin, a.k.a. Luke Fickell, has promised big things for us Packer fans. And like Linus, we're sitting out there in the pumpkin patch just waiting for something to happen. We're starting to get made fun of by all the rest of the characters. So come on, Great Pumpkin, time to arrive. The Jets are like the Addams Family, living in a dilapidated, broken down, bizarre home with a strange cast of characters that never ceases to make you scratch your head or downright queasy. Definitely not understood from the outside looking in, and they're characterized by chaos. They keep finding new ways to be in disaster and just do not fit in. The Milwaukee Bucks are the Night of the Living Dead. They're old, trying to pull them out of the grave for one more good night of haunting and figure out if there's any life in those bones before the sun comes up the next morning. The Bears are like The Ring. And like the video in The Ring, viewing the Bears is just downright grotesque, bizarre, off-putting, and a troubling experience. You want to look away, but your eyes are glued to this disaster in front of you. But be careful. The creepy girl from the TV, like the delusional Bears fan, is coming for you for revenge. Happy Halloween, KBN Nation.
Very good, Brad.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I just gotta know.
Done, Alex Stroh.
Yeah, Stroh, that is so good. With the music in the background.
Oh, look at him sit back like his job is done for the day. This is ridiculous.
Stroh, you know you cooked on that, right?
Yeah, he's doing the I cooked look.
I might be giving you the I cooked face.
I cooked
You
look.
make fun of me for my Halloween music. Why do you think I had it ready? Because I had to make that.
That was so good with the music theme underlaced by it. That was just that hit. That actually turned out better than I thought it would.
Turned out, yeah.
It turned out better than I thought it would be.
I cut a few.
Yeah, I cut out the Brett Favre one isn't very good. I'm not even going to say it. The one that I thought was actually pretty good, but I just didn't know how to describe it. It said the Milwaukee Brewers was like Paranormal Activity because they both have low budgets. They can do a lot with a low budget.
Yes, was that was the one that had a low budget that hit.
Paranormal Activity was made with $15,000.
Wow.
It made $200 million.
Dang.
So the Brewers with a low budget, they can do more than most can with a big old budget.
800-990-3776 will take your film rating critiques of the Alex Stroh and Brad Nortman production of the Halloween version of, I don't even know what to call it. What would you call your masterpiece?
Yeah, I would say it was the Wisconsin sports Halloween movies. Wisconsin sports Halloween movies. I don't know how else to put it, but I had a lot of fun putting that together. Which one stood out to you guys? Anyone that you thought was particularly accurate or entertaining?
I love the Mark Murphy one.
Scary.
The Mark Murphy one. I legitimately laughed out loud.
That was really good.
Scary movie. The Addams Family for the Jets, especially with the Devontae Adams thing now, hits even further.
Now, I don't know what Gone Girl is, but if it, the D line has definitely been disappearing and gone, so I can.
So Gone Girl's the one that was a reach. So that's not technically a Halloween movie. It's like a thriller where Ben Affleck is like married to some chick and she just disappears.
Oh wow, that's scary.
Yeah, it ends up being it's a thriller. It actually being a fascinating ending.
Well, does it end well?
She coordinates it. She like basically.
So
spoiler alert. She orchestrates it all. She's
so you're
alive
saying
and well.
the D line is orchestrating this mess?
No, I'm just saying that they're just gone. They're disappeared. Then there's no trace of them to be found.
We hope there is a trace.
Yeah,
well,
I hope
so
they say,
far,
surprise playoffs here. We're gonna win games.
So far, none of that. Yeah. Boo.
Boo.
I like when Stroh does
The way
the boo.
he says that is so great.
Big M chimes in. Damn. Good job, Brad, bringing some Halloween cheer to the show because Ben's a douche.
That's right.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah, especially the last part. But yeah, we're trying to bring a little holiday Halloween spirit to the show. That's all.
Randy in his dump truck. Give us a good horn, Randy. Man, we used to get a louder horn.
I hate scary movies, but my grandkids were out in Oconomowoc. They went trick-or-treating. And I figured this would be the Brad Nortman estate because they got a bag of lettuce.
Oh,
what?
Good for them.
That sounds like it.
That's good for them.
Good for them.
Offset all that candy.
Was it arugula? Was it romaine? Was it iceberg? Because there's different levels of nutrients in the different lettuce.
Well, trick or treat is tonight in the Nortman Estate neighborhood.
You're going to be handing out carrots and...
What are you handing out, actually? Are you a toothbrush house?
No, we're king-size candy.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
King-size candy.
And they eat none of it.
Yeah, we're like, when the last kids come around, we're like, just take it all.
Have 14 of them.
Yeah, we don't want them.
So the lettuce is interesting, not because it's lettuce, but they're not just going to stop at your house and go home and refrigerate the lettuce. It's going to go bad. You can't have lettuce.
Do you hear this? Put your headphones on right now.
You could.
Kyle's trying to make sense of Randy saying that his kids took lettuce home. He's like, are they going to refrigerate it?
You can bust open the bag and just get handfuls of lettuce.
Nobody's. That's a terrible, terrible idea.
Do you not realize that Randy is lying?
Oh, okay. I thought he was telling the truth. Why would?
No, he's not lying about the lettuce. He was lying about it being at Brad's house.
Somebody in Oconomowoc gave lettuce.
Something wrong.
Look at me with a straight face.
We might need Randy back on to confirm that.
Yeah, I believed him.
He
told me he wasn't kidding.
You tricked me, Randy, if you did. Who does that?
Stroh ain't breaking characters, and I believe it.
I'll tell you what, it's memorable.
I'll tell you
Think
what,
about that. They'll never forget that house in their life.
Yeah.
That's saying
something. Chris chimes in. Why aren't you handing out single-serve oatmeal?
If it's like not sealed, I don't know if the
you hand out oatmeal packs.
I could not oatmeal pack.
Here you go, kid.
It's not as good unless it's Brad Nortman's oatmeal.
There's flaxseed in there, so get ready to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, enjoy a little bit of fiber.
Oh, wow, that's what that does.
Let's
the candy.
We're gonna have Jason Wilde over video today, so that's a big thing.
That's a
so you're
big
gonna tell
jump.
us about Underdog, and we're gonna get Jason.
No, that is a huge jump getting Jason for that. And we have Thursday night football. So you know what that means, KBN Nation. That means it is time to open up the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. And guess what? With the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, right now they have their 50% deposit match. Yes, deposit now. Last chance to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to claim your 50% bonus match on the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. But hold on. There's more. Not only do they have that to celebrate Halloween, they also have a 31% profit boost. Yes, 31% profit boost. So if you put down, whatever you put down, you apply a 31% profit boost, that's what they give you. Underdog has all the tricks for you on Halloween. Really, it's a treat. And it's so easy to play. You basically select multiple players from different teams. You select higher or lower on those players' stats. So whether or not it's Aaron Rodgers on higher than whatever he has passing yards, or Devontae Adams on higher than whatever he has receiving yards, or Braylon Allen on whatever he has for rushing yards, you can select it. And if your picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, 1,000 times your money. If you like watching sports, watching it with Underdog elevates your watching experience. So download the Underdog Fantasy Sports app today, or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up using promo code KBN. Yes, there's promo code KBN to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you sign up using promo code KBN on the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Must be 18 plus and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Jason Wilde joins us live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison, plus for all you listening across ESPN Wisconsin next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad. Awesome. I had nothing before then. I had nothing before then.
Hey, Russell, this is Brad.
Hey, Russ, what up, Russ?
Awesome. And I'm going to read this word for word.
Yeah,
That's
all
who I am.
right, let's give him the floor. I'm going to
Yeah, don't interrupt, dang it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we do have some delays around the area. A couple of areas of tapping out the brakes. Southbound 43 from Hampton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. Also westbound on 94, backing up from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. A little bit slow on southbound 41 from just south of Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Calming wind, some clearing skies, low of 37 at the lake, 32 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 52. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it.
Yeah, I think,
and he very clearly said no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields. If you're looking for a truly unique luxury SUV, look no further than the new Range Rover Sport at Land Rover Waukesha.
The new Range Rover Sport SUV provides power, performance, sporting luxury, and all the latest technology and connectivity you want, plus the most luxurious ride.
And now is a great time to get an offer like this.
Get 3.9% special APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 2024 Range Rover Sport at Land Rover Waukesha. Go to LandRoverWaukesha.com.
Hey, sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com/MVP to book today.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated and uncompromising, like an award-winning men's grooming experience from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and before you know it, our talented stylist will bring you back to a simpler time, a time when you were handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
How can a proud alumnus say such slanderous, blasphemous things?
Holding everybody accountable.
I don't remember you as a great passer, quite frankly. Ew.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Tell me now, do you want it? 'Cause these dancing feet don't. Joining us here, as Big Voice said, is Jason Wilde on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, with Alex Strofe running the show. Jason, a pleasure to have you on video. How are you?
Can we go back to the producer's room?
Yeah, he's showing off because I know he knows that you can see him, so he's really excited and he's dancing. He's wearing a costume.
Ooh, look at him move, Jason.
Did Daddy plan that, or did that happen purely by happenstance?
Go ahead, buddy.
It was a requirement of the control room, right, Maddie? Right? I made it a requirement of the control room to all be matching today.
Yeah, I had no say in the matter.
A requirement? How about that?
Sounds like a one-sided friendship. So, Jason, I didn't dress up, so bad on me, I guess. I'm just not a big Halloween guy. And I don't want to get into that, because I thought you guys had a really insightful conversation on Wilde and Tausch today with TJ Lang. And one of the things that Tausch brought up is the way that the Packers can have the most success is getting Jared Goff in those 3rd and 6+ situations. Now, I agree with the premise. I'm having a hard time figuring out, like, yes, of course, but they put up 170 points the last 4 games. Is Jeff Hafley and this defensive front good enough to put Jared Goff in those situations where he would struggle more?
Well, certainly not with their 4-man rush, it would appear. But if they're able to, do some creative things in terms of bringing pressures and simulated pressures, then they probably can. But look, Matt LaFleur, we just got done with him, and I don't want to be late for Rich Bisaccia at 3:30-ish because I don't want to ask him any questions after he tried to embarrass me last week, which didn't work. No. By the way, are you Aaron Jones? Is that what you are?
No, I'm the head shareholder in charge. That's what I am.
Nobody knows what you are is the best part about it.
I'm the King Packer backer. I'm the shareholder. I wear the Packers on my back and my front, Jason.
It looks like a Snuggie.
It looks like a Snuggie.
It's like a robe.
More important, Jason, I'm an owner, so that's all that matters. I'm the king around here. The emperor.
Right, sorry. And Brad's wearing the same uniform he wore when he was 6, so that's awesome.
That's exactly right. These are all originals. The helmet, the jersey, and the hat. And the Zuba pants that I can show on screen there. Full 90s Packer fan.
I'm good. I'll pass.
It's a nice leg, though. It made him a lot of money.
Sure did.
It is. He did. A long-time NFL punter. Look, we just got done with LaFleur, and one of the things we were talking about Jared Goff, and he certainly has an affinity for Goff, having coached him in LA for a year in 2017. But, it was pointed out by one of the reporters that Goff has only thrown 4 interceptions. And LaFleur basically sounded like he could have been on the show with us this morning along with TJ Lang. They've got a good scheme. They've got good players, and he does his job as well as anybody. So I think it's going to be important for us. They've got a really good offensive line. Any quarterback that has that ability to work through their progressions and find open guys, it's so important to get pressure on them, to get them uncomfortable. I think that's going to be one of the keys to the game, and it's a challenge because when you look at their front, when you look at their offensive line, they've got a really good one of the best in the league. So everyone knows that it's all about pressuring Jared Goff, because if you don't get pressure, he's going to eat you alive. If you get pressure, he's potentially going to make some mistakes. So, it's what TJ and Tausch were talking about this morning. It's absolutely true. And now the question is, as you pointed out, Ben, can they actually do what they know they have to do to make him uncomfortable?
The Packers D-line and the Lions offensive line, it feels like a mismatch, right? It feels like an area where the Detroit Lions have the advantage. What are the areas that the Packers have the advantage over the Lions that you're looking at and you say, you know what? The Packers are going to win this game. These position groups are going to have to cook because they have the advantage against the Lions.
Well, let me ask you this, since you posed such a great question, young 4-year-old Brad Nortman. Where do you think they have the advantage?
Where do I think they have the advantage?
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of places where it's clear cut. Do you?
I don't, which is why I asked you the question. I think that, and I was hoping to get the Jason Wilde wisdom, because you see things that sometimes
I'll help you out here. I think something we had been discussing, and I heard you as well, Jason, is you could lean on the defensive backfield and in the back end of the defense a little bit, but with Jair questionable and Evan Williams with the hamstring issue, it becomes a little bit somewhere like I'm having a hard time pointing at that.
And I would add the Packers' offensive skill positions against the Lions secondary. But the thing is, then you need a healthy Jordan Love to make sure you can distribute the ball and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean that if we're looking at it if we put categories alongside each other, like if you had to pick offensive skill position group. Would you pick the Packers and what they have, or would you pick the Lions and what they have? I'm not sure. They're both really, really good, right? I think, the tight ends cancel each other out. I would say that the Lions have 2 really good backs as opposed to Josh Jacobs, and they both have really good wide receiver groups, but they're going to be missing one of their studs. So maybe that's the case where the Packers have a little bit of an advantage, but offensive line, they've got a really good offensive line. The Packers have a really good one too, so maybe that's a push. I don't think there's any head-to-head where I'm like, well, they clearly have just a huge advantage over the Packers, but if there are any that are close, I probably give most of them to the Lions. So again, I think this comes down to how does Goff play, and then whether or not Jordan Love plays. He was limited, as we predicted today. Matt LaFleur wasn't about to say whether he took any team reps or not, but he was out there. He was out there in the rain, which they kept practicing through. So, they must have felt okay about how much progress he's made, because it seems to me the slippery field would not be the greatest place for a guy with a bad groin to be running around.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, and that really pops in my mind because I was just thinking, do you risk a Jordan Love 70% versus a healthy 100% Malik Willis, especially with the conditions and overall thinking about the rest of the season?
I'm sorry, I can't take your question seriously now that you've put
removed
your
the glasses.
I'm sorry, Jason, I can't.
He literally can't see.
I can't see with the glasses on, so I have to move them up.
Do you feel like you thought through this costume as effectively as you needed to?
Jason, just call me the Packer backer owner. I'm not a renter, I'm an owner. that's the one thing. I'm not a fan, I'm an owner. That's the thing.
Hey, are you excited for Sunday Karma today? Or on Sunday? Can you believe it?
Yeah, I am excited, Jason, just so you know.
Karma, that's right.
There is. So I'll be excited to talk to you on Sunday. But what I really want to know is, for real, though, with Jordan Love and his health, I mean, is it really worth putting him out there? And would we rather put a healthy 100% Malik Willis out there?
I think it'll come down to what percentage Jordan is, and I don't know what that percentage is at this point. Maybe you have some inside information since you're the Packers owner.
They tell me I can't share it. They tell me I can't share it, y'all.
They can't share the profits with you either, apparently.
Good work. I'm going to just call in from now on because Kyle's like moving around.
No, I love you on video, Jason. This is great.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. My charger came out. I'm sorry. Something wrong with me.
Oh, wow.
I even forgot his question.
All right. I don't want to be late for Bisaccia, so I got to go. But I would say that if Love is, it's an arbitrary number, right? If he's able to move and he's able to get out of harm's way, that's what LaFleur was talking about this afternoon. If he's able to do that, then I much rather, I love the Malik Willis story. I love it. I've written it about 4 different ways now, right? And I just think he's such a testament to overcoming adversity and being perseverant. So I love his story. But there is part of me that wonders if the Cinderella carriage turns into a pumpkin against a team like this as opposed to an AFC South opponent. So I think he is continuing to develop. I feel much better about their backup quarterback spot than I have previously. But if I have a chance to play Love at a certain degree of being himself, I'm still picking that. My issue is I don't want him, if I'm a Packers owner or I'm somebody who just likes him as a person, I don't want to see him go out there and then seriously damage that groin injury to the point where then he misses 3 or 4 games coming out of the bye. Tausch tore his groin one season. He missed 4 games. I don't think you want Jordan Love missing 4 games after the bye if he plays and he makes things worse.
Especially in the next stretch of their games. Jason, we appreciate you joining us on video. Get over to Rich Bisaccia.
This was a treat.
Keep standing on business too, Jason.
I don't mean it at all. All right, guys, take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. Listen to him on Wilde and Tausch across these very stations, 9 to noon. Make sure you listen to their podcast as well, Wisconsin On Demand.
Anybody else want to know more about the Bisaccia stuff?
Yeah, what was that all about?
He's just riffing, man.
Well, and I think that Jason's been around for so long, and these coaches have tenure. You get to know one another. You can put you can take some shots at one another.
I'm glad Jason's standing on business. Listen, Rich, you ain't got me. That's why I rock with Jason.
That's why I
didn't seem like Jason. He rocked with you in this entire segment.
Well,
you were a distraction.
You
were a complete distraction.
Do you take offense that he's not bought into your costume?
Nah, it's okay.
That was the high pitched voice thing.
Yeah. How was that? So me moving around distracted him, huh?
Yes, you're distracting me too.
I guess I'm not used to us asking Jason questions and then letting him go and then just getting my notes and doing other stuff in him.
Speaking of someone aloof, that was me this morning. I have a story to share for all of you as I did my civic duty, and it didn't go very smooth. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I love you, KBN Nation. I love you, Kyle. You're my best friend.
I know you need it, so you are my best friend as well.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some problems northbound on 94, just north of the airport spur. Right lane's blocked with some debris in the roadway, so be careful with that. Southbound 43, slowing a little bit from Hampton down past Capitol Drive. Southbound on 41, we've got some backups from Appleton Avenue all the way down towards Capitol Drive. And then beyond that, we're actually looking pretty good on the bypass. Not too bad, just a little quick tap of the brakes just past Beloit Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, calming wind, clearing skies. A low of 37 at the lake, 32 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 52. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Lowe, Dobbs, Watson, Reed, and now Josh Jacobs? Football season is back, baby. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Hey, Milwaukee sports fans, it's Brad Nortman from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You've invested too much into that nice ride, so don't settle for a gas station car wash. Treat it to a Tsunami Express car wash. State-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and unlimited wash memberships. Now with 5 locations across greater Milwaukee, Tsunami Express is your go-to spot for a flawless finish and a first-class car wash every time. Trust me, your car will thank you. Sign up for a membership online at TsunamiExpress.com and get your first wash free. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Order for Jennifer C. Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve? Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine? Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Well, I do now. Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Yeah, you just said that. Did you say I just said that? Yeah, I'm cutting you off. Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Halloween's coming alive at Target. Jackie and Gordy, the Jack-O-Lanterns, here with last chance Halloween deals. Looks like Mom's got the old pumpkin bucket stocked with the best candy, starting at $5.99.
Lucky pumpkin bucket. Oh, there's Dad party planning with a same-day delivery order.
Yes, it's a BOGO 50% off pizza party with Target Circle. Plus, buy 3, save 40% on soda 12 packs with Target Circle.
Nice saves, Dad.
Make your Halloween come alive at Target. Need it last minute? Get same-day delivery with Target Circle 360. Restrictions apply.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard.
I am a monster when there's a Palermo's pizza in front of me, let me tell you. I got a text from a buddy because as he came to my house, as we pretend to be 12-year-olds, we play Mario Party, all different versions. You got all the GameCube originals.
Cool.
All those, battle games mixed in one. And I always make sure we have a Boss Hog. And he got a Boss Hog, and his wife was like, how come he didn't get a veggie? Because the Boss Hog is too damn good to not get 2 Boss Hogs. And that is the Screamin' Sicilian Pizza I'm talking about, that once you try it, you won't have any other frozen pizza, especially when you discover all the other brands as well. Like, they have Palermo's Urban Pie, the Primo Thin, which is, whew. And then in the Screamin' alone, you have Thin and Crispy, 2.5 feet of stuffed crushed cheese. And yes, I've done this entire read without Kyle in the building. I made sure that Kyle, as our great friends from Palermo's dropped off pizza, didn't forget his pizza.
I'm glad you did that because let me tell you, I needed it. I definitely needed it. And
Did you have it that night?
No, I didn't have it last night, but I plan on having it over the weekend. And
Frozen Pizza Friday.
Yeah, well, I have a wedding tomorrow, but I plan on having it over the weekend, probably on Sunday.
Late night frozen pizza when you come home.
I snagged mine.
Sunday.
I'm having mine tonight. A little Halloween frozen pizza from Palermo's.
Well, we love our friends of Palermo's, and we will be at Palermo's headquarters tomorrow. We're going to be eating their traditional tavern-style Wisconsin.
Wait, I get food tomorrow?
And their Detroit-style pizza. Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
You don't go to Palermo's and not get food.
Oh, I bet the pizza there is fresh.
You know, Brad, you know what's going to be great is when we get to walk out with a couple extra pizzas because they're so nice and Kyle gets left behind.
Hey, grab me some now. You don't want to be.
You already lost your free pizza
Kyle's
slip.
Pizzas
Yeah, you can have Kyle's pizza,
Thanks,
Strove.
guys.
You're working tomorrow.
I might pop up on y'all.
Kyle's got a weekday wedding.
Don't get me started.
Go ahead, get started.
Don't get me started.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe running the show. What's wrong with the weekday weekend? 'Cause I'm having one.
Yeah.
Friday, August 22nd next year.
I want to be fragile with this because,
what are we all going to do? Are we going to all have to take off the day of your wedding?
No, you're doing the show. What do you mean?
Make a best of.
Oh, he's not doing the
good
show?
idea. No, I won't
Is
be doing
that is that you inviting
No,
us?
he's going to take the day off so he can come at 10 o'clock when bars close.
You'll regret not inviting Stroke.
Well.
So what's going on here,
So
Kyle?
I want to be sensitive because I don't want to come off as the guy that is judgy. Even though I'm on this weight loss journey for the next 2 weeks and I've been already judging people eating French fries, eating that greasy food that I used to indulge in just a week ago. But
you judger, you.
Yeah, but Friday weddings, and as I told Ben, I used to think, excuse me again, if I offend you, I apologize in advance. I think Friday weddings for people who were, being cheap, act like they broke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's
What if they are broke?
Oh, wow. Yeah, and so I don't want to offend Ben because he said he has a Friday wedding. I'm not saying he's broke, but I'm just saying he making a decision to have us go to his wedding instead of going to work. Me having to take a vacation day in order to go to your wedding.
All right, Strofe, you're in.
And so tomorrow,
Kyle's out. Kyle's out. Strofe is in. I mean, like you're staring at me in the eye during this entire conversation. Easily, right? Like that got serious fast. This is not about his wedding on Friday. This is about my wedding.
Sending a message.
A vacation day.
No, I didn't realize his wedding was even on a Friday until I messaged
This
him.
man called me. This man called me at 8:30 on Friday.
Yeah, I was
to figure out if I had a Friday wedding or not.
8
p.m.
p.m.
Well, because I got
that's after his work hours or text us hours.
I got a wedding invite, and it's a Saturday wedding, and I'm like, oh, but I think Ben's wedding is on a Friday, and I want to make sure, I didn't know what day it was. I just wanted to make sure his wedding was not on the same day, so I didn't have to choose between two weddings.
Couldn't you have just texted me?
Yes.
Ben, I wanted to hear your voice.
No, you don't.
Yes, I did. If I could
Wait, he
text you.
teamed you?
No, he called me on the telephone while I'm sitting in a private movie premiere.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Why would
forgot.
you call, Kyle?
Because
That's boomer energy right there. Just
well,
be a millennial. Text him.
Wait a minute. This is about the fact that he's having a Friday wedding, making me use
hold
one of
on.
my valuable vacation days. But you don't like talking?
I have a couple questions. I didn't realize your wedding was on a Friday. So, what time is the wedding? What time is the actual ceremony?
We're working on that.
What? Give me an estimation. It doesn't need to be right.
Anywhere from 1 to 3, probably.
On a Friday?
Interesting. What do you typically do between the around 3 o'clock on Fridays?
Green Bay props and previews at 3:30.
Okay, can I do play-by-play of your wedding?
What do you mean, on the air?
Yeah. I'll fill in for you guys. You guys will be in the church. I'll also be in the church, but I'll have the headset to do play-by-play.
I would love to do that, but I don't have the power to make that happen.
What do you mean you don't have the power?
What do you mean I don't have the power? I may be the man of the house, but when it comes to the wedding, I had no power.
There's a very important approval he needs to get.
I already asked for the hand in marriage from Papa.
Oh, so he's going to tell you no. He's the man of the house, huh?
He's the man of the wedding.
Oh, he must be cashing out.
He's the man of the wedding.
But for real, though, I honestly, I don't like this. This is going to be my second Friday wedding, and I had to take time away from work. And I love KBN Nation. I hate taking time away from KBN Nation in order for weddings, right? The last wedding I went to, what happened? Jordan Love ended up signing his contract, and I was at a wedding, and so I couldn't talk about it or join Brad on air for that. And now tomorrow, right before a big game for the Green Bay Packers for first play in the NFC North, what am I going to be doing tomorrow? I'm excited about the wedding. Shout out to my boy.
I love the wedding.
I'm very excited about the wedding, but it's during the workday.
You could do.
You're such a hard worker. You work so hard.
Kyle move. Kyle, the ultimate Kyle move is to elicit the invitation, but then to say no.
Oh,
that's your style.
I can't say no to him. I've known him since I was 13 years old. I can't say no to him.
So it's all about duration. You've known us for a year
he's
and
a friend. He's a friend. You got to sacrifice. Like Ben, you think I want to leave work to go to Ben's wedding? I am because I love Ben.
No, that was a good save.
No, I
because
love
you
Ben.
tried to save and you don't love me and we're not friends.
Yeah.
You made that very clear.
Hold on. Would I call you if I didn't care about you? I wanted to hear your voice. I could have texted you.
You're so full
You were
of crap.
logistically panicking.
Can I go a quick time out here? Okay, although it was funny that you guys made fun of me for not telling you I was in Madison on Friday last week, we spent a good 35 minutes of the show talking about the premiere of somebody very close to me.
Yes.
And a movie in which was very emotional for the 300 people in the movie. And I'm getting a call from Kyle, and I don't get calls from Kyle. And when you don't get calls from people a lot, what do you fear?
Emergency.
Yeah. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
So guess what I said? I'm in this movie. You good? Question mark.
You
and
left
then,
the movie?
No, I was going to because I was starting to get a little anxious, and I was like, just text me back. He didn't text me back for like 10 minutes, so I'm on edge trying to figure out if this man's good or not.
I hung up as I was calling him. I hung up and said, "Ooh, he in that wedding, baby," because I was in front of my girl. I said, "Ooh, not the wedding." I said, "Ooh, he in that movie." Yeah.
Why didn't you text him right away and say all good?
I'll probably put the phone down. I don't know. I get distracted easily, fellas. But the whole point of this conversation.
Yeah, what is the whole point?
We need to get rid of these Friday weddings,
All right.
especially during the workday.
You're Kyle out.
It needs to be after 5
You're
p.m.
Kyle
Like
out.
your weddings on Fridays. I have to take a whole vacation day in order for
Brad,
you.
how do you feel about taking off for my Friday wedding?
I'm thrilled.
I'm
thrilled
very-
to do it. I can't
Brad
wait.
loves taking
it's
days
a worthy
off.
sacrifice. I love taking days
Strofe, how
off.
do you feel since you're in for Kyle now?
Oh, well, I've already submitted my day off on ADP, so you can't go back now.
We don't have our vacation days for 2025 yet, so you lied. Now you're back out of the wedding.
Well,
He's not
wait,
telling the truth.
No, I literally just submitted it. I'm not joking. What do you mean we don't have our vacation days for 2025?
We don't. Your vacation days don't start until 2025 starts.
But how
Yeah,
you
but
supposed- how
I can
you
submit a
plan?
day off in 2025 because I literally just did it.
Oh,
All
wow.
right, proof.
You want me to screenshot it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
send it.
screenshot.
Okay, I will.
No, it's got no. Actually, come in here and show me because I don't want you submitting it right now.
I will in the commercial break.
All right, Molly Brown's going to join us next. Right now, I need proof.
You're listening to
X-Files
Kyle,
music.
Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this?
Good for
You have to.
For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ripping me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time? You going to lay back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in them open seats?
on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's thin versus thick. It's square versus rectangle. It's tavern style versus Detroit style. Get ready for the green and gold game against Detroit, Palermo style. Tune in to 94.5 ESPN Friday, November 1st for KBN live from Palermo's Pizza headquarters. Kyle, Brad, and myself will be talking pigskin and pizza, two of my favorite topics. It's all about the huge Green Bay and Detroit game coming up on Sunday, but also about the new Detroit style Palermo's Pizza. It's 94.5 ESPN's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman live from Palermo's Pizza on November 1st.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Joe Fortenbaugh.
A safe, stable environment is the first most critical aspect for raising any child. Think of it the same way for bringing up any young quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, how many coaches has he had? One. Lamar Jackson, how many coaches has he had? Josh Allen, how many coaches has he had? Brock Purdy, how many coaches has he had? Joe Burrow, how many coaches has he had? Jordan Love, how many coaches has he had? A bunch of guys that find themselves in the MVP race on good teams, winning games this year, having won games in the past, competing for Super Bowls. They all came into a situation where they had the same head coach they had from day one. And then you look around at some of these other guys. Bryce Young, 2 coaches in 2 years. Tua Tagovailoa. It took multiple coaches to try to start to work through that sort of thing. All around the NFL, you find these kids that you screw up because you consistently change the environment around them.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels. Abbott Elementary returns with the new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay.
Dr. Odyssey, Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Don't miss a moment of football this season at 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. Your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, and game day specials. What more could you need? If you're not at the game, this is the place to be every Saturday and Sunday. View the vendor list and 30 self-serve beer options at thirdstreetmarkethall.com. That's thirdstreetmarkethall.com.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This may be the last time we talk to Molly for a little bit. As Molly is expecting twins, Basil. Twins. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Molly.
What are Basil twins? Is that a dumb question?
It's an Austin
Powers reference.
Oh, yes. Okay, never mind. Okay, I got it. Yes.
Yeah, but you still figured out that it was a reference.
Yeah.
Molly, do you know the gender?
I do. I'm having a boy and a girl.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So
what does that do to the family dynamic?
The girl is going to be incredibly spoiled. I was told by the older boys that
boys.
Yes. So my husband has my husband has 2 boys from a past relationship. So they're older. They're 16 and 11.
Oh.
And then we have a son that is 19 months. What's it called?
No.
What?
No.
What
Can't do 19 months.
He's a year and a half.
No.
This
This is a good question. No, this is a good question because it always bothered me, and I'm getting to the point right now that my daughter is 9 months. But I feel like people do the months thing after a year, and I'm like, why we do the months thing after a year?
I know, but here's the thing, you guys, and I saw some TikToks that said, like, your kid at 12 months is completely different than your kid at, like, 23 months when they're almost 2, but they're still considered 1, so you can't just call them 1.
But can't you say, like, a year and a half? They're almost 2.
I should have said a year and a half. So, Kyle, you're 100,000% right, so.
You do what you want to do.
There.
I ain't got no kids. I can't tell somebody what to do.
Molly,
you're gonna be counting the months and then the days and the hours, all the things.
Oh wow, Molly, I'm seeing you on the stream. No Halloween costume. What we got going on today? Are you like Ben Brust that does not like Halloween?
She's pregnant with twins. She doesn't want to get ready.
You could do a lot with a pregnant.
See, that's what my husband
Tread
said too.
Carefully there, Brad.
You could.
Okay.
So we actually had trick-or-treating in our neighborhood last week Saturday, and my husband was very bummed that I didn't figure out a family costume, and I'm like, what was I supposed to do? I'm massively pregnant right now. And he was like, well, you could have been a pumpkin. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. But if I'm being honest, I actually forgot that today was Halloween until there was a couple people in our office with Halloween
costumes on. Isn't Halloween overrated?
I've never been a Halloween person, but I also don't like scary stuff. I heard you guys talking about scary stuff before. I don't like doing any of that stuff. But taking my kid trick-or-treating was really fun. Ben, are you taking your daughter trick-or-treating?
She's 9 months old. I sat around on a blanket with her while she rolled around and grabbed grass while people were swinging by to get candy.
So you didn't even take her in a wagon to other homes?
To do
What's she gonna do? Thank you.
To do what?
First
you know what?
Halloween
No. If
experiencing.
adults came to my house with a 9-month-old baby saying trick or treat, I would say, "Oh, good to see you. Have a good one." Your baby can't eat this candy, or that's bad parenting.
The baby can still take in information.
Oh, okay.
It's still
You don't remember anything until you're 3 or 4 years old, Brad. Stop trying to be so
synapses are forming, boys.
Synapses.
See, we were in the same situation as you, Ben, last year. So my son was born in March, so he would have been what, 7 months by the time Halloween was around?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, so like we were like, that doesn't even make sense. It's going to be chilly. He's a baby, still whatever. But this year, with him being a year and a half, like you guys just said, we did get him a cute little Mickey costume, which was fun. And then we put him in the wagon, and he can talk and stuff. So we would pull him out of the wagon. I would walk him up to the person passing out the candy.
Trick or tweet.
And then trick or treat? No, he can't say trick or treat, unfortunately. But so then we would say like trick or treat. We would pretend whatever. He would grab a piece, so they would give him some, and then he would say thank you. Like so, he can say thank you, which is nice.
Alex Strofe over in the KBN Sports Desk area. You have a question.
Skeleton Strofe here. I'm 310 months, almost 311 months old. Is that too old to be trick or treating?
It's not too old to be yeah, that is too old to be trick or treating. But what is the cutoff on this month?
Well, I'm at
2 years old.
Well, I'm at 310 months and 3 weeks, so not quite to 311 months. You think that I've still got another week?
How long did it take you to Google this?
Yes, that's a good question.
That's what I've been doing for the last 5 minutes.
I just Googled my birthday.
And by the way, with your drop, it usually have some decent drop-ins, bad drop-in, tried to make a joke, didn't land.
That's coming from you?
See, Gen Z energy, now a lash out. Oh, man. You again, be nice to me because you just hopped over Kyle on the wedding invite list.
And I already took the day off. It'd be rude of you to make me rescind that.
You think I care about your days off?
You should.
Wait, Ben, you have a wedding date?
August 22nd.
Wow.
You're not invited. Sorry, Molly.
No, it's okay. I'm not a wedding gal, if I'm being honest.
Friday wedding. What are your thoughts on Friday wedding?
I did go to a wedding.
That's a Friday wedding?
Friday wedding. Kyle's mad that he has to take off vacation days.
I got to use my hard-earned vacation days to go to his wedding. And then on top of that, I got to give him a gift. So he's taking more money.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Ben, what kind of wedding gift are you like cool with?
Cash.
Like, do you just want the money?
Cash.
What's an acceptable amount of money to you?
I usually give at least a hondo. So
Okay.
That's good to know. Good to know.
$100 is.
Kyle's like $50.
That's pretty normal.
Standard.
That's a whole nother thing. All these dang weddings I'm going to. I mean, I need to work a second job. Dropping $100 for all these people.
Why you sound
this
so
is a celebration, Kyle.
You sound so like mad to celebrate love.
I'm just saying, $300 I'm about to drop this year. Next year I got your wedding. I got another frat brothers. I got 4 weddings next year. That's $400.
Is it an open bar, Ben?
5 weddings. Jesus.
Do you know that part yet, Ben?
What part?
Is it an open bar yet? Do you know that?
The Brust family would accept no other thing than an open bar.
Okay, Kyle, then there you go.
I'm going to drink mine.
Liquor included.
And Kyle, you get a meal out of it, too.
Yeah, that's true. And I get to hang out with my good buddies.
Strofe, what were you going to say? We've been to a wedding together? We have been to a wedding together. Not together,
but we sat at the same table.
Is one of the kids' trophies?
What?
I'm joking.
Wow, that's rude and disrespectful. Now, what if somebody said this?
Oh, no, the best part is she just said, ew.
Sorry, Strofe. That was like my initial reaction.
Yeah, that's a little hurtful, but it's okay. I was just going to attest that I don't think Molly is the biggest wedding gal in the world.
Nope. You're correct.
Molly,
but also,
are you going to ruin
either.
your appearance by saying something bad about the Green Bay Packers?
Am I going to ruin my appearance? No.
Well, what are you going to say about them?
Well, actually, I'll ask you the question that Alex Horvat just asked me because Alex G is filling in for Jim today. Do you guys think it's more fun to be a Green Bay Packers fan right now or a Detroit Lions fan?
It's a good question. I'd probably say it's very easily a Detroit Lions fan because they've sucked for so long.
Yeah, you appreciate
the fact that you're good, and you're like, you can't take it for granted.
They're probably living in euphoria right now, considering their history. This is just standard operating procedure for the Packers.
It's kind of like we Bucks fans and Brewers fans, right? Like, we weren't used to success year after year. Mm-hmm. So the fact that we have success with Giannis and we have success, especially with the Brewers, we're just happy to be winning, right? We're happy to be relevant.
Are the Packers going to win, Molly?
Why you take a deep breath? Why you take a deep breath, Molly?
Because you guys are going to hate on me and say that I'm the biggest hater if I say no.
Oh, these two are
I'm very nervous.
Train.
I just hope that they don't get routed because I think.
Well,
no. But here's the thing,
Molly. All you had to do was I think the Lions are going to win. But then
you dig
yourself deeper when you say I don't want them to get routed.
Yeah,
because the freaking Detroit Lions just won like 52-15 like a week ago
against the Titans.
And then but then it's also who knows who's going to be like at the quarterback for the Packers. Is it going to be Jordan Love? Is he going to be healthy? Is it going to be Malik Willis? What does that game plan look like? Like
you don't believe in Malik Willis, it sounds like.
Shouldn't believe in any Wisconsin team.
actually, it's funny because my big takeaway of what I'm feeling is that I feel more confident in Malik Willis at 100% health versus Jordan Love at 70%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, ain't a bad take. It's not.
You don't think so?
Based off what we see.
The things I think you guys are going to take as a bad take, you guys say is a fine take.
No, the way
that's a tough take.
For me, the way Malik Willis has played, I feel like Malik Willis at 100% can actually give you some
Jason
creativity
just
and
said
versatility.
it, and he didn't say because he's objective, but he had said something about how it was the AFC South, and I've been thinking that my whole week here. The Lions are a different beast than the AFC South. Yes, Strofe is dancing. Do you even know what Kyle is?
How'd you see that?
I heard that you were a Packers owner because you just put it on the stream, on the VMix call.
I didn't do that.
Somebody did. It's cute that you and Maddie are matching, though.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm loving it.
It's a requirement of this room today.
Molly Brown up next in
it.
Madison on Jim, Matt, and Molly, the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We're with you till 5 o'clock, leading you into the Homer Hour. Homer's back from 5 to 6. We're back in 2 minutes on 94.5 ESPN.
You're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna give them all your money.
We've got some problems right around the National and Miller Parkway area. That intersection right there, kind of all gummed up. We've got the left lane blocked in both directions of National Avenue, or Highway 59 at that point. So please be extra careful if you're heading through there. Westbound 94 backed up from 16th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We've also got southbound on 43, slowing down from before North Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Calming wind, clearing skies, a low of 37 at the lake, 32 inland. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 52. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hauntingly good deals await you at the Cunos Auto Group's October Spooktacular Savings Event. There will be no tricks, only treats.
Trick or treat!
On the price you'll get on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Prices will be slashed at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunos Auto Group dealership. America's best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs from both Buick and GMC. All marked down with October Spooktacular Savings discounts and incentives, including their entire inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Choose from over 1,500 on lot or online. There'll be dozens of spooktacular service specials and everything from brakes, tires to oil changes. Plus, with any test drive in October, you'll be entered to win free gas for a year, with drawings held every Friday throughout the month at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunos dealerships in both Greenfield and Oak Creek. Halloween savings aren't just slashed, they're chainsawed at the Cunos Auto Group's October Spooktacular Savings Event going on now. For additional event info, go to shopcunos.com.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys. We making noise.
It's the 414 hour at 4. Boom! On KBN. Happy Halloween, KBN Nation.
Boom! He's Kyle Wallace acting like he's Mr. Swagger all over again.
Mr. Swagger.
Never left.
Never left. Brad Nortman's dressed like a 6-year-old. You can see his outfit and Kyle's on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
Like a king, man. Like a big boss. Huh.
Our lack of reaction should say everything.
It does look like a combination of like.
Are you trying to be Hugh Hefner? I mean, like, let's be honest.
It's like Hugh Hefner plus a rapper plus a boxer.
If I said I was going to be Hugh Hefner, nowadays you would get canceled. 20 years ago, sure. But it's actually supposed to be this.
Have you been wearing this backwards the whole time?
I'm wearing it backwards because I want everybody to see my
It is a Snuggie.
It's a Snuggie.
It's supposed to be like this.
Oh, it's a Snuggie.
Yeah, that what it is. A Snuggie? That's what it is.
A Snuggie.
That's what that is.
I remember when those were all
Put it under
the
your
rage.
dread so it doesn't fall off.
Oh, okay.
800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line. And Kyle is agreeing with Molly because Jordan is gingerly going around 1265, and he practiced. It was a limited capacity. We don't know if he took team reps. I have a feeling Kyle at this point, even though he's off the show tomorrow, is not going to change from wanting Malik Willis out there. I'm just getting that vibe from him. Am I misreading you?
No, you're not misreading me, because the most important thing to me is the health of Jordan Love, right? And I really want us to focus on this, is that this is a big game. I understand what it means for the Green Bay Packers to be in first place. But being in first place in Week 9 of the NFL season means absolutely nothing. It means nothing.
Saying it means nothing is so disingenuous to an NFL football season.
That's too far.
No, wait. There's teams who are in first place in Week 9, and then all of a sudden they fall off. Week 9 is not going to mean you're going to win a championship whatsoever. It's about how you finish the season. And the thing that we need to understand is, though we want to beat the Lions, though we want to go out there and compete, we have to understand that it's not about beating the Lions this week. It's about playing well in the playoffs and being healthy for the playoffs. And that's why, for me, when I look at it, if I see Jordan Love moving gingerly around the practice field, well, how is he going to move on Sunday, right? You already talked about, Brad, we may have some wet conditions out there. The defense that the Lions have, they're a pretty solid defense out there, right? If he has to move around the pocket and he has to, take some hits and blows and he's getting up slow, we don't want to risk his health for the rest of the season. I'd rather him take the opportunity, if he is not healthy, not to go out there and risk anything. I prefer to have a healthy Jordan Love down the stretch than having a healthy Jordan Love in this game. And I truly believe wholeheartedly that Matt LaFleur can create a game plan with Malik Willis to make the Green Bay Packers competitive. Unlike y'all, I believe in Matt LaFleur. Unlike y'all, I believe in this receiving core. Unlike y'all, I believe in the team that I have a share of ownership in, the Green Bay Packers, to compete on Sunday with or without Jordan Love. We can't win a Super Bowl without Jordan Love, so let's make sure he's protected so he can be there for that run later on.
See, but if you're going to trust Matt LaFleur to put up a game plan to put Malik Willis in a good position, why wouldn't he be able to do that the same thing with Jordan Love? Be able to put him in a position where he can throw the ball, maybe not have to worry about being so mobile. You should be able to do a whole lot more with a whole lot less with Jordan Love.
I'm glad you asked that question, because I get to use the word variables. There's different variables that you can't put
really
into
struggled with that word to start.
I was bracing for a much bigger word.
Variables. That was the big word.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't predict what is going to happen in the game, right? Like, when it comes to Jordan Love, you could try to put him in as many situations and scenarios to try to protect him, but at the end of the day, in football, he's going to be forced to make a decision. He's going to be forced to move around. And just this past week, when he went out there for week 2, in the second half, I'm sure Matt LaFleur was mindful of the fact that he was hurt, but you can't stop the fact that somebody came up the middle and hit him after he threw the football or got rid of the ball, right? You cannot control some of those things. So at the end of the day, he can try the best as possible in order to protect Jordan Love, but he cannot control the defensive line from the Detroit Lions, right? And the offensive line, if they want to protect Jordan Love, that is their goal, but they can't do it at 100% rate.
800-990-3776. And so there's a game within the game here, right? Like, I think there's two parts. There is the on-field part, and then there's the coaching part. I am probably more fascinated in this game about the coaching aspect and the way both coaches go about whatever the situations may be. When it comes to the Packers, the Malik Willis versus Jordan Love, who plays, and how does that game play out with both quarterbacks? In talking with Jason Wilde, who joined us on video, which was really fun to have Jason on YouTube there, he talked about how, yes, in the conversation on Wilde and Tausch with TJ Lang and Mark Tauscher, they both think it's going to be a game in which if the Packers are going to win, they need to make Jared Goff uncomfortable. And then we raised the question, can this defense and Jeff Hafley dial something up to make him uncomfortable? And then blitz packages and different things. And it goes back to like what you said, Brad. What I come back to is every game I've watched the Detroit Lions, they've been 1 or 2 or 3 steps ahead of every defense they've played. And so they've shown, with the lack of pass rush with 4, if they've had to bring different packages of blitzes or different packages of just bringing 4 guys and dropping somebody else out, I have a hard time thinking to myself, like, oh, yeah, Ben Johnson's not going to be ready for what the Packers defense brings them. And that is what I am most concerned about.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ben, because of that, it says to me that this is going to be a game that you're going to have to score a bunch of points, right? Because this Packer defense, it's good, right? They're improved from last year, but the lack of pass rush against a really good offense is going to be a problem. So the Packers are going to have to score points to keep up, and Jordan Love is your best option to score big points in big chunks. And the fact that he's out there on a Thursday practice, limited on wet conditions, says to me that groin is much better than I thought it was. I'm getting back on the camp of, you know what, Jordan Love, I think he's okay. Let him play.
Now, we're talking about this Ben Johnson guy, right? Like
all right, so now we're going to crap on the
we're
best
talking
play
about
caller
Ben
in the
Johnson
NFL
right now. Like, he ain't Matt LaFleur. But it seems to me last year, was Ben Johnson the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
And when Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions, they were hot going into Thanksgiving, right? Like the Packers were a little worse team.
Yeah.
How did that offense do against the Joe Barry-led Green Bay Packers defense?
Again, different situation.
Rashawn Gary, the last time he played against the Lions, he looked like he was a monster.
Oh, so now now it really is spooky season. We're acting as if Halloween's going to get in.
The Packers defense is better.
The ghost of Rashawn Gary of Thanksgiving's going to come back.
Completely different player on that day than he is right now.
I'm saying this is that we have a better defensive scheme, a better defensive coordinator, better players on defense, whether or not it's Xavier McKinney. Oh, well, Jair might not be healthy. Edrin Cooper coming around. Devontae Wyatt leading the team in sacks. We have an opportunity, fellas, because
it's an opportunity, but it's a hard opportunity.
A worse defense last year was able to get victory from
Detroit. I really do appreciate you completely owning the outfit that you are wearing and the believer and the Packer backer that you are. Let's go to Brian in Lake Mills to see what he has to say. 800-990-3776.
I just do not know what I just heard right there. They got too many injuries on the defensive side. One of the safeties might be out. Jair might be out. I don't like the matchup. But here's going to be two things I'm going to be looking for. What is the weather going to be? Is it raining? I know it's supposed to rain like Sunday through Tuesday down in southern Wisconsin. I don't know if that's going to be like that up in north.
There is rain projected.
Okay, and then that right there should give you Jordan Love should not be playing if it's going to be raining. Just too many opportunities for him to be hurt. But then when they have Willis in the game, is LaFleur calling the game like he did when Reed was running all over the backfield, misdirections? They have to have a game plan like that because they can't go man-to-man on the O-line against Detroit on either side of the ball, I don't think.
Yeah, appreciate the call, Brian. Again, I can't wait for this game. I really can't. This is the most intriguing game of the season by far. Forget Philly and Brazil. Forget the Texans.
Agreed.
This is a measuring stick no matter how you feel about the team with or without certain players. Right? Injuries happen all across the NFL. You were expected to come out and play and compete, and especially when you're 6-2 going against a 6-1 team that won the division last year, that went to the NFC Championship game, that ended your season at Lambeau Field in 2022. This is big, and all the hype, you're right, Kyle, is around the Detroit Lions. But what I think both teams have done a good job, and that intrigues me most, is we have heard some good things about how the Packers are feeling as if, when we hear from Tucker Kraft, like they haven't scored on a first drive after receiving the ball in the last 2-3 games, right? And from a Lions standpoint, Alex Strofe played audio from Dan Campbell. He's talking about shoes because that's what he does. Shoes. But he also acknowledges that this is a big. He acknowledges that this is a big game. A big game. He's not shying away. You don't think he's going to have his team ready and understand, like, hey, This is who we've been. We're the team that has to continue to remember that we win this way, and this is how we win. It doesn't matter about them; it's about us. And so you got these two meteoric rises, right, with Jordan Love and the Packers 6-2, winning the last 4 games. It may not have been the prettiest last 4 games, but they've won 4 games. This is a clash, and we're going to see where the pieces fall.
Well, and you're going to have to figure it out sooner than later because the path, that's right, Dan, it's all about the shoes on Lambeau Field, particularly a wet Lambeau Field. So with the road to New Orleans, the road to the Super Bowl, it will go through the Lions. Whether they have to come to Lambeau because the Packers win the division or because the Lions win, one way, shape, or form, you're going to have to figure out how to beat the Detroit Lions. And I think the sooner you set the tone that you are that team that can handle them, that their O-line doesn't intimidate you, you can match up against that, you can get pressure on Jordan Love, and you can score points. The sooner you do that, the better. You don't want to wait until the postseason to figure out a recipe by which you can beat the Lions.
Yeah, this will be the best football team that the Lions face in the last couple weeks.
For sure. You're not wrong. Yeah. Let's go over to the KBN Sports Desk with producer Alex Strofe.
I don't have a news update. I just
like calling it the Sports Desk. It's now what I'm calling it.
That's fine. I just had a thought, and I'm getting way ahead of myself off what Brad just said. It sucks to me that likely if the Lions and Packers are to see each other in the playoffs, it would likely be in the divisional round, not the championship round, because it would be a 5 seed unless a 6 or 7 seed wins in the wild card weekend. You would have the 1 seed versus the 5 seed in the divisional round, and that just kind of makes me sad. That's all.
We're looking a little too far ahead right now, but I understand. I know. Let's focus on week 9 right now.
They're both so good.
I know, and
why
that's
can't
why
everyone just win. That's have to be a second
That's what it
place.
sounded like.
No.
Second place, Brad.
Why can't everyone be first?
Why can't I have a first? Is what Brad is thinking.
They should be the number 1 and number 2 seed, and then it should be the NFC North championship game to go to the Super Bowl. That's all. Bye.
I mean, that did happen in 2010. Packers Bears.
It's true. Packers is the 6th seed because they were the 2 seed, right? Yeah, because they beat the Falcons on the road, who were
correct.
The 1 seed.
The Falcons were the 1 seed. So you never know how it's going to shake out. Long way to go, but we're excited, and I know you are. And I can't wait for tonight as well.
What's tonight?
It's a legacy game for Aaron Rodgers, for good or for bad. I can't wait. It's either this tragedy is either going to continue being really tragic, or we're going to build up to more tragedy. It's like the best Shakespeare poem ever written. And I don't even know anything about Shakespeare, so hopefully that reference worked. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the show.
the Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Still dealing with an issue on Highway 59 or National Avenue and Miller Parkway or Brewers Boulevard. Right at that intersection, we've got the left lane blocked in both directions of Highway 59 right at that point. So give yourself some extra time to get through that if you absolutely have to. Otherwise, westbound 94 slowing down from 25th Street all the way through to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, slowing from 76th through the Stadium interchange. Southbound 43's got a little bit of a heavy ride. Hampton to Capitol, and then again from North Avenue down through the Marquette interchange. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, calming wind, clearing skies. A low of 37 at the lake, 32 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 52. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it.
Yeah, I think,
and he very clearly said no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel. I've spent a while telling you about Mentality because it works. Not just for me, though. Take it from fellow Mentality user Jason. He's got a new lease on life thanks to Mentality.
Process was easy. It really, truly was. And the individuals that work at Mentality, very helpful, very respectful. It was an easy out. You go in a week after, they give you the results right away. And once you find that you're able to do it, just that thought, the energy already picked up a little bit. Most of it could have been mentally wise, but knowing that, hey, I get to start this, it was incredible.
Learn more today at LowTUSA.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and November is here. Are you ready to make some money? We're having a great run in football, 36-14 over the last month. Everybody's into profit. NBA's off to a great start. Breeders' Cup's going this weekend for free. Get signed up. Go to fatjacksports.com. Sign up today. The plays are emailed to you. They go to your personal portal. They will make you money betting the games. College basketball starts next week. Don't miss out. It's less than $100 a week to make money betting on the games at fatjacksports.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Jordan Love did not take part in practice on Wednesday after suffering a groin injury against the Jaguars in Week 8. Speaking at his locker, the Packers quarterback told the media what his plan is for the week ahead of Sunday's big matchup against the Lions.
I think I'm going to take it one day at a time, do my best I can to being here, doing rehab, get with the trainers, and try and get back as fast as possible. Definitely want to play.
Head coach Matt LaFleur was asked if Love doesn't practice during the week, could he still play this weekend?
Potentially.
It's the Packers and Lions Sunday at Lambeau Field. Kickoff is at 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Trust me, I am so excited for Sunday at 3:25. But Thursday night at 3:20 when kickoff happens, I'll be locked in because the 2-6 New York Jets take on the Houston Texans. And after all the FaceTime issues and finally getting him out of Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers has done everything to make it Green Bay East. He brought in Cobb, he brought in Lazard, he brought in this, he brought in Devontae. You name it, it has happened. Nathaniel Hackett is there, right? He gets stripped from play calling. Robert Saleh's fired. You name the whole thing. And the best part is they can't win. They cannot win. And if you're not on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, we have two skeletons in a costume change with content director Brian D. with Alex Strofe. And I am calling this an Aaron Rodgers legacy game. This is a legacy game because I need him to win this game. I need Aaron Rodgers to get to 3-6 so there is hope, and then it gets crushed again. And here's why I think this is going to be a Rodgers game for real, though. What does Aaron Rodgers do as a Green Bay Packer when things are uncomfortable, when things aren't the way he wants it to be? He goes to his best friends. All right, Alan Lazard, here's a slant. Here, third down, Randall Cobb, let's throw you a bone and get a first down. Oh, wait, I haven't targeted Devontae 15 times. We're only at 7. We'll get you 3 straight passes. We'll get him 10 targets. Aaron Rodgers over in yards. Devontae Rodgers should be his name. He should adopt that name because, again, Alan Rodgers should be his name as well because he wouldn't be paid if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams over yards and Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. So it's going to be a bad version of the 2020 Green Bay Packers tonight on display in Thursday Night Football. I need him to win this game so the conversation of 3-6 into their next game, because I don't want the tragedy to end just yet.
No matter how you slice it, no matter how this game goes, you know, it's a comedy to me. It'll forever be a comedy. That's right. I'm sitting back there laughing. You know, I did these, comparing Wisconsin athletes to horror movies. I really should have just chose the comedy for Aaron Rodgers because it's nonstop. How you never know what he's going to say next. He's attracting all of his cronies, and it's falling apart right before his very eyes. So whether it be a win or a loss, I mean, this is becoming a comedy when it comes to Aaron Rodgers' career and the end of it. And he's asking for it to be that way because I think about this, right? Outside of this legitimately making me laugh, I think about all the great quarterbacks. They had at least respectable final acts, right? Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, John Elway. Even Brett Favre was right there at an NFC championship game. And his is just ending in such a comical, honestly kind of pathetic nature. No. And I don't think it's tarnishing the legacy that much, but you can't help but see a little bit of bruise on the Aaron Rodgers legacy.
Yeah, this is definitely a drama. It's going to be a thriller, and it's going to be scary for what happens after. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. The young C.J. Stroud is going to put that old man, I almost said Favre, old man Rodgers to rest. He's going to put him
rest.
He's going to put him down today.
It's on Halloween?
Yeah.
Get a tombstone
Call him the Undertaker, because that's exactly what C.J. Stroud going to do to the Jets tonight. And for me, I'm going to dabble in this game. Got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to make sure I watch because C.J. Stroud's a great quarterback, and then Aaron Rodgers, of course, is a great quarterback as well. But it's going to be...
Is he a great quarterback now?
Man, that's crazy. Just 2 years ago, he was good. Now, look at him now. But at the end of the day, yeah... He gonna get put down today. I'm telling you this right now. The Jets are done.
He's not a dog.
It's gonna be. They're gonna lose 7 in a row. I think 7 in a row. If they lose this game,
this would be 6.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk because the guy with all the nuggets, and his name isn't Alex Strofe. His name is Brian D. You've heard tragedy. You've heard drama. You've heard thriller. You've heard not death, but put down.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. In a sick way, do you kind of want him to win this game?
Not at all. I think retirement is the word I would use tonight. I think there's a non-zero chance this is Aaron Rodgers' last game as an NFL quarterback. If they lose 6 in a row and drop to 2-7, and he's got a long trip next week after the mini-bye to Arizona at 2-7 after being throttled, there's a non-zero chance he books himself a Cliff Kingsbury one-way flight to Fiji and never comes back.
Can I piggyback onto this conspiracy theory?
Uh-oh.
What happens next Tuesday? Next Tuesday is Election Day, boys.
Oh, wow!
What did he dabble in a little bit in the offseason? Floated rumors of vice presidency with RFK Jr. Now, I know he's not on the ticket, but someone's going to win on Tuesday. Does Aaron Rodgers see how things go this weekend? If a loss, like our fearless producer says, they go to 2-7, does he dabble into the political world?
You think he wants to be a cabinet member?
Take a cabinet member? A cabinet member seat?
Work for the FDA.
Now?
CDC.
Yeah, CDC. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
He can try all the new drugs.
Oh, that's a good one from the guy in the back.
No, it is, for real.
Is there any chance he has a foray into the political sphere?
100%.
Depending on how things go on Tuesday?
Look, that cayenne pepper and water is going to go national.
Come on. Tell me you at least want... again, you mentioned the respect of the going out of these quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Does part of you want to see, the Devontae Adams-Rodgers connection so they win and go... they would just be 3-6. It would just keep them relevant long...
I think it's just too funny. It's too funny to watch them lose. Winning, it's just okay, they're regaining respect. I think with the squalor they're living in is just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, so something I'm realizing about myself, and I realized it a while ago, is I'm spiteful. I am. I hold grudges. And when I think about Aaron Rodgers, I'm still not over the fact of the way he left. The way he left us basically just out there.
He forced himself out.
Yeah, he did, but he left us on red. He didn't respond to the FaceTime with Goody. He had a little stank attitude. He thought his stuff...
This sounds like a couple ex-girlfriends.
No, maybe. And so I'm not over the fact of the way that he left the Green Bay Packers, and he left thinking he was leaving us to, like you said, in squalor. But instead, he brought the squalor out there he already had squalor out there, but he brought all the mess out to New York. And so I'm not over the fact of how he left, so I don't mind seeing him in misery.
Are you enjoying watching Aaron Rodgers lose? 800-990-3776.
Here's the thing that gets me. I trace this back to a moment of when he joined Pat McAfee when he was coming out of his darkness, right? Out of his, even just saying that is so absurd. But he went on his darkness thing, and he said, this is why This is why he's hard to root for because he's such a liar, right? I mean, in a lot of ways, in what he says, right? Because he said, I was 90% going to retire when I entered the darkness. And then I emerged, and Goody said something, remind me what Goody said. He said something like, I don't know what it was, but something had been said of like trade rumors or whatever. They have him have that fire reignited in him, and he said oh no, I because of that now I want to play.
Right.
So he himself had a spiteful bone in his body. So you don't believe him. There are one of two scenarios: either he was just lying and he was going to play all along, and he was just trying to pander to the Packer fans, or something was actually said that made him have a complete life change.
So that's the thing is when you hear these stories, you hear them from the Michael Jordans, right? This guy didn't even say something to me, and he made it up, and then he went and put 50 on me. I think Aaron Rodgers is manufacturing it all himself, which is the same thing that the greatest of all time do, but he's not that. That's the sad tragedy of all this.
That he's no longer that greatness quarterback?
His Achilles last year is what took it away from him. He's an old man. He can't just bounce back like he thought he could and think that he was going to be this elite quarterback. And again, I'm a petty Betty, and so I have no issue watching him suffer. I really don't. This is hilarious. Getting Devontae Adams, I told y'all this from the very beginning. Getting Devontae Adams wasn't going to help nothing, and firing Robert Saleh wasn't going to do anything either. I knew this was going to be a mess.
800-990-3776. Noah chimes in. The trade deadline's next week. Maybe Minnesota. Matt and Racine, I don't think it's wrong to say when it comes to football that decline tends to be a cliff and a drop-off instead of a slow, sloping hill. The Rodgers is definitely the cliff portion lately. Braden doesn't necessarily enjoy seeing him lose, but he also thinks it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It is. And he's
okay, Ricardo from Canada thinks this is our best convo of the day. So when Ricardo calls in, I need the accent number 1 and I need the strong take number 2.
Guys, this is the best conversation of the week. The best part about the Jets losing is not the team. You got to listen to the fans. Go on YouTube, listen to their radio stations, listen to their skits. It's hilarious because we've been telling them, we laughed at them the whole time, and they thought we were crazy. We're just sitting back and be like, I told you so. You didn't want to listen to us. It's hilarious. Their radio hosts are going absolutely out of their mind, like we didn't warn them. I'm like, bro, we told you the cliff was coming. You didn't listen to us. Well, there you go. There's your cliff. It's a great time. I highly recommend to everybody. It's half an hour of bliss.
They thought that Zach Wilson was the problem.
Maybe I'm the problem.
He wasn't the solution.
Maybe I'm the problem.
But he's certainly not the problem.
Yeah, it's something bigger than that. And Aaron Rodgers thought his greatness, right, his arm could go over there and make this organization good. No, buddy, that's not how it works. The Green Bay Packers made you, Aaron Rodgers.
He just buddied Aaron Rodgers.
You buddied him?
Make the Green Bay Packers. I sure did. He learned.
Look at how he's dressed right now.
No, it's absurd.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
Yoda.
No,
Zach.
He did, but for real,
Swaggy
he learned.
Yoda.
Devontae Adams is learning. Randall Cobb said, man, I'm out of here. This is crazy.
Dude, after one game, Devontae Adams had this impassioned speech to the team. I couldn't imagine. I know Devontae Adams is great.
Are they just living in the wrong era?
How so?
They're trying to connect with Gen Zers right now, and they'll be like, what is wrong with these old heads? You know the way we look at the baby boomers or the whatever's the
Gen X.
Gen X would be like these millennials, and now these millennials are saying these Gen Zs.
Yeah.
This is the Rodgers Devontae thing. Zach and Brookfield, what do you got on Rodgers?
I just think that he lost a lot of respect after the whole vaccination thing, lying to your teammates, and then shortly after that, before that was they drafted Jordan Love, and after that, just his reactions to all that did not make him a great team player.
I will say one of the greatest things that he ever did, though, was the way he played after Jordan Love was drafted. He was incredible, but that's not what we're watching. Stat of the day. Chopper chimes in the 414. Willis has more wins than Rodgers this year.
That's mind-blowing.
I mean, I guess 2.5 wins for Willis.
Oh, no, he won that game.
He's got 3.
He won that game.
I know.
He had a game-winning drive.
I still can't get over Kyle and Brad's outfits, and then Kyle calling Rodgers buddy.
We've got to give exceptional praise to Brad, who has been wearing this tiny-ass helmet on his head.
Hey, I wore
with the headphones over it.
I wore a Jacksonville Jaguars helmet last year.
Way to make it about you, pal. Nice job.
I tried that thing on. It's like a pillow.
I don't want to dress up.
You are a petty Betty. Holy cow.
I don't want to be a team player.
Yep, exactly.
I want to be by myself.
And then when we compliment Brad on something he did actually.
Wait.
It's gotta be about me. Gotta be about me.
Yeah, because what I did was tougher because I'm not a punter.
Wow. The basketball player talking about toughness.
Yeah, I would wear that helmet for 5 hours.
Dude,
every
what
Sunday.
are you?
As a D3 football player, I'm more tough than Division I.
All right, our content director's listening to the segment.
You are acting like the Aaron Rodgers of the show a little bit here, just making it all about you. You know what I mean?
That was a quick redirect. Back to you.
Damn! You got me.
Selfish.
All right, I'm going to just take a little moment of silence, drink some water and cayenne, and move on with my life. We're going to shift gears because if we played it once, it wasn't good enough. We got to play it twice before Homer joins us. Brad encapsulates. Did you come up with a better name for this thing?
I didn't. I didn't come up with a better name. I put all my creative juices just in the execution
you did
of
not.
It. I didn't what? Put all my creative juices into it?
Oh, well, you did that, but you didn't put your creative juices into titling it.
Does any? Well, I opened the floor.
Wisconsin Halloween horror.
Wisconsin Halloween horror.
Horrors.
Horrors.
Either way, we're going to get to
H, no W, H.
Either way, we're going to get to the Wisconsin Halloween horrors with an H next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some delays still out there. We've got westbound 94 backing up from the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound's backing up from 76th Street through the Stadium Interchange as well. Heads up, we have the left lane blocked in each direction on Highway 59 right at Miller Parkway or Brewers Boulevard. That intersection right there, there's a crash, so they're dealing with that, and both left lanes in either direction of Highway 59 closed off. Southbound on 41, also seeing delays from about Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 a little bit heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette Interchange. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Calming wind, clearing skies. Low of 37 at the lake, 32 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 52. Weather is brought to you by the Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Remember when Hillary Clinton called you a deplorable?
You can put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
Well, Tammy Baldwin agrees with her.
Donald Trump might be one of the most offensive and hateful and unacceptable presidential candidates we've ever had. So what does that say about the people who support him?
Tammy Baldwin is a liberal snob who spends more nights sleeping in New York City with her Wall Street executive girlfriend than she does in Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin doesn't have Wisconsin values.
I'm Eric Hovde, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message. Join my team and give today.
Visit WisconsinVictoryJFC.com to give today. Paid for by Wisconsin Victory Committee.
Come to Kesslers and be greeted by an owner of the store.
We're America's largest employee-owned jewelry company.
Okay, but as a customer, what does that mean to me?
For one thing, it means you get to see every possible diamond choice.
Kesslers has diamonds from diamond mines and created diamonds from plasma chambers.
You can choose from 1,400 loose diamonds.
And every style of engagement ring ever designed.
Okay, I'm convinced.
And no other store can show you a Kessler 81.
With 81 facets instead of just 57, it wins the sparkle contest every time.
I'm convinced.
And no other store has the Kessler Princess Cut.
or the exclusive Kesslers Emerald Cut or Kesslers Square Radiant Diamond.
I give up.
And when you want to tell her that you love her twice as much today as the day you married her.
Kesslers has big anniversary diamonds that can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Kesslers is unique in all the world.
So what do you say to all that, Sarah?
Welcome to Kesslers.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use Acutrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. Acutrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, Acutrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit Acutransgroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sit means sit dog training is the best place. If you have a dog that may not listen to you and you're wondering, how can I help this situation where they can be obedient, happy, confident? I got the solution. Sit means sit dog training. Contact them at sitmeansit.com and check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. You're also going to hear a lot about the sit means sit dog of the game. Dog. We need some dogs if the green and gold are going to get it done on Sunday. We'll get our quick dog prediction from us, and you'll hear the dog of the game on the Green Bay Game Day post-game show. As soon as the green and gold game strikes 0 on the clock, we go live on ESPN Wisconsin. Might have some bucks on 620 WTMJ, but regardless, you can get us on YouTube as well to watch that. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofer on the show, alongside social media extraordinaire Madison Hayes 24 on Instagram. Now, without further ado, what do we call it?
Wisconsin Halloween horrors.
Here you go.
Brian Gutekunst is the Exorcist. If you ain't young and inexpensive, boy, he will just cast you right out. Jaden Reed, he is Child's Play, specifically Chucky. Don't be fooled by smaller size. Jaden Reed, just like Chucky, has elite speed, strength, awareness, and grit. Josh Jacobs is like Halloween, Michael Myers specifically. Just when you think you've done enough to stop him, boy, Michael Myers or Josh Jacobs remind you that he can take even more hits. You realize you haven't done enough to get him down, and he just keeps going and going. Xavier McKinney is like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. He haunts all quarterback streams. You're afraid of them when he goes bump in the night, and just when you think you're having a beautiful dream, he walks right in, snatches it away from you, and you're living in a nightmare. The Packers' offensive line, they're like the Ghostbusters, a group of people trying to protect what they care about most. That's the Ghostbusters and the Green Bay Packer offensive line. The Packers' defensive line, that is gone, girl. Disappeared without a trace. No signs of them. We thought we were living in a honeymoon type of environment with this group, but we woke up one morning and they are nowhere to be found. Matt LaFleur is like Saw. Matt LaFleur, just like Jigsaw, is a mastermind. You are living in his world, and he is just toying with you in it. He's always one step ahead of you, next level brilliant. He's a puppeteer pulling all the strings, leaving his enemies no chance to escape. Jair Alexander, he's like The Shining. Started out innocent, kind of below the radar, but turns very strange and bizarre as the movie goes on. Aaron Rodgers is like Hocus Pocus, endlessly searching for the fountain of youth, wanting to live forever, entrapping those around you. That is what Aaron Rodgers does, and the witches from Hocus Pocus. Doesn't matter what the potions are. Elixirs used, ayahuasca, cayenne pepper, or darkness. Their pursuit to be immortal is endless, no matter how strange or the cost. Mark Murphy is Scary Movie. Just plain hilarious from start to finish. You scratch your head, you laugh out loud. But I will say this. When I saw Scary Movie, I thought it was a great movie. It redefined a new era. Mark Murphy, he redefined a new era of Green Bay Packer football. Pretty good movie, Mark Murphy. The Wisconsin Badger football team is like It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. The Great Pumpkin, a.k.a. Luke Fickell, has promised big things for us Packer fans. And like Linus, we're sitting out there in the pumpkin patch just waiting for something to happen. We're starting to get made fun of by all the rest of the characters. So come on, Great Pumpkin, time to arrive. The Jets are like the Addams family, living in a dilapidated, broken down, bizarre home with a strange cast of characters that never ceases to make you scratch your head or downright queasy. Definitely not understood from the outside looking in, and they're characterized by chaos. They keep finding new ways to be in disaster and just do not fit in. The Milwaukee Bucks are the night of the living dead. They're old.
I love
trying
that.
to pull them out of the grave for one more good night of haunting and figure out if there's any life in those bones before the sun comes up the next morning. The Bears are like The Ring. And like the video in The Ring, viewing the Bears is just downright grotesque, bizarre, off-putting, and a troubling experience. You want to look away, but your eyes are glued to this disaster in front of you. But be careful. The creepy girl from the TV, like the delusional Bears fan, is coming for you for revenge. Happy Halloween, KBN Nation. Just like that, you have the Wisconsin Halloween horrors.
I love it.
Yeah, I was in my bag, and Strofe just produced the heck out of it. Made it unbelievable.
Can you just play the Ghostbusters song?
For real, though. What a great song.
That song bang.
What a great song.
I mean, I know there's a lot of like spookiness and like the piano and all that. The Freddy Krueger one, and by the way, is the most underrated one in there for
The
Xavier
song?
McKinney.
Or the
No, just one of your things that you did in there.
Thank you.
You know, you can hear it twice. You can watch back and listen to as many times as you want. When you hear it twice, you start picking up on, you know, it's like when you watch a movie.
Yeah.
We should put it on Spotify.
Quotes you never pick up the first time around.
I can't believe how much like joy I got from down.
And Kyle, to answer your suggestion, in about 5 or so minutes, this will be available on Spotify, which you just heard, all by itself in the Kyle Brust and Nortman podcast.
No
feed.
kidding. I'm going to be on Spotify?
You're on Spotify.
You're on Spotify
15 times
now,
a week, brother.
What?
You didn't know that? Apple Music, Spotify.
So when I say Kyle Brust and Nortman, listen back on WisconsinOnDemand.com or wherever you get your podcasts. You didn't think Spotify had podcasts?
I guess it did. Look at me. Look at me arriving. How about that? A media mogul.
That's been the case for
You can watch
14
back on
months.
YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Did you know you can go back and watch our shows?
I did. Our first time on YouTube, I thought to myself, boy, oh boy, we have absolutely made it.
And I'm thrilled because Homer is here.
Welcome back home,
Hey,
Slice.
Homer.
And I want his pulse on this game because I haven't heard him on the Homer Hour because I've had to listen to Alex Strofe on my drive home.
Lucky you.
Lucky me. But more lucky me because Homer is here. And if he's willing, I'd love to talk to him. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Subarus, anybody in the Subaru driving down Fond du Lac or Capitol,
wow.
I'm like, you are not where you need to be driving that slow.
I mean, if we're being honest, it's always the Subaru.
It is always a Subaru.
And they likely have a lot of bumper stickers.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's thin versus thick. It's square versus rectangle. It's tavern style versus Detroit style. Get ready for the green and gold game against Detroit, Palermo style. Tune in to 94.5 ESPN Friday, November 1st for KBN live from Palermo's Pizza headquarters. Kyle, Brad, and myself will be talking pigskin and pizza, two of my favorite topics. It's all about the huge Green Bay and Detroit game coming up on Sunday, but also about the new Detroit style Palermo's Pizza. It's 94.5 ESPN's Kyle Brust and Nortman live from Palermo's Pizza on November 1st.
Hauntingly good deals await you at the Cunos Auto Group's October Spooktacular Savings Event. There will be no tricks, only treats.
Trick or treat!
On the price you'll get on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Prices will be slashed at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunos Auto Group dealership. America's best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs from both Buick and GMC. All marked down with October Spooktacular savings discounts and incentives, including their entire inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Choose from
them over 1,500 on lot or online. There'll be dozens of spooktacular service specials and everything from brakes, tires to oil changes. Plus, with any test drive in October, you'll be entered to win free gas for a year, with drawings held every Friday throughout the month at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Cunos dealerships in both Greenfield and Oak Creek. Halloween savings aren't just slashed, they're chainsawed at the Cunos Auto Group's October Spooktacular Savings Event going on now. For additional event info, go to shopcunos.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
It's time to start thinking about the holiday season, and the Corners of Brookfield has you covered to check off everyone on your list. Head to the Corners for all of your gifting needs and find something for everyone at any of their 30-plus restaurants and retailers. Immerse yourself in the joyful experience of shopping this holiday season, because the perfect gift is right around the Corners. Create a great, well-rounded gift for anyone and get a Corners gift card. Make your shopping list this holiday season, and don't forget to check it twice. Visit thecornersofbrookfield.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wauwatosa East's Malachi Mack. The senior scoring twice in the Red Raiders' Level 1 playoff win Friday night, a 21-14 win over rival Tosa West, and a bit of revenge for a loss earlier in the season to West. Mack scored at the end of the first half to give East a 14-0 halftime lead, and then helped put the game away with not one but two big plays late. First, it was a 40-yard touchdown run, followed up by a fumble recovery as the two-way player jumped on a loose ball. Malachi also shines on the track and field squad as an all-state sprinter and long jumper. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Malachi Mack.
Jen Latta here from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I have told you about the delicious pizza you can find at Proof Pizza inside St. Kate. Now there's even more to be excited about with new sandwiches on the menu. Available every day from 11 to 4, you can enjoy options like the turkey pesto, the meatball hero, the Italian hoagie, and more. Skip the same old lunch at your desk and grab a delicious sandwich from Proof instead. Order inside the restaurant or directly from the bar at St. Kate. Explore the new sandwiches and the rest of the menu at proofpizzamke.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. He dumps it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Presented by Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit them at their Greenfield or Brookfield locations or online at roberthackdiamonds.com.
Joining us now on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is Homer. He's back, baby. I got a smile on him.
Well, the person who filled in did a great job, so.
Oh, how about that?
You didn't let him do Rain Man, though.
What?
You didn't let him do Rain Man.
Of course not. It's not his show. I do Rain Man, and Rain Man is what I do.
So wait, when he's not there, whose show is it?
What? Well, no, the segments of the show that I do. If he wants, when he fills in, to do Rain Man 2 or Freddie Man or whatever he wants, that's fine. He's doing the show.
I don't know if I want somebody coming on Kyle, Brust, and Norman creating their own damn segments. Hey, you stick to the script, buddy.
Then the boss would have to decide that. When I'm not there, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Fair enough.
It ain't my job.
Except Rain Man.
Except Rain Man.
Right, because that's what I do.
I wouldn't want to let you down anyway. I was really nervous.
You wouldn't have let me down.
When I found out I was filling in on a Wednesday, I was nervous to do Rain Man, so I'm glad I didn't have to.
No, it's not a question of letting anybody down. It's my segment.
It was his internal question of letting people down.
And the people that compete against others should all have the same chance. And that is me reading the questions, me doing whatever I am. So Anyway, you were going to ask about the game?
I was. I want to know what your pulse is here.
It's so irrelevant compared to the health of Jordan Love.
Thank you, Homer.
It's like,
Thank you.
It's Jordan Love's health. It's a million times more important. So
what percentage does Jordan Love need to be to put him out there?
I mean,
100% or 80 or
he doesn't play because he's clearly injury prone this year, and he's had one injury that now you could say caused another one. You'd know better, and then now I'm concerned of him getting another one.
Especially if it's wet outside. Now, with Malik Willis, do you believe they have a shot to win?
Sure, yes.
Legitimate.
The most important thing is they believe they have a chance.
Dang
I'm
right.
telling you, that pass he made to win the game, that made everybody on that. The problem is no one can be honest about Willis, about how much he sucked. And so the only thing LaFleur does is have him hand off the ball and run. That's it. Yet there have been situations where he had the opportunity, was asked to do more, and he's done it.
He's done it.
He's done it.
Can he do it not against the AFC South?
What? I don't all those things, but
the king of the South.
He was so bad that LaFleur can't tell how amazed he is. He has to tone it down. Yeah,
but they need to score probably 30 to win.
Fine,
at least.
He can score 30. They can run the damn ball like other teams have against Detroit.
Thank you, Homer. Welcome back. Where have you been? Where have you been having to deal with this nonsense of them thinking that Detroit is this juggernaut that can't be beat?
One homer,
very difficult.
Two homers on the show.
I'm not picking them Packers to win.
But they can win, though. We believe
Of course they can win. I've never said they can't
y'all
win.
thought if Malik Willis was a quarterback on Sunday, the Packers had no chance. No chance to win on Sunday.
Anything can happen, but it's a small.
I put it.
I would say
I put 20%.
But what's important to me is I think the players on that team now believe they could win because they believe when asked, don't ask him often, but when asked, he can make the plays necessary to beat a good team. That play was huge. I'll admit, I thought Packers were going to lose. That was just they had the big lead. It's gone. Now it's going to be tied. I don't know how they're going to lose. That play,
it was a great play.
It was a great play
design.
See, but is it more the play or is it more the quarterback?
No, it's more the play, but he still has to make that pass.
He executed. He executed every bit of the play. That is what he has to do. And when somebody is told, I need you to do this, and he takes it and he says, all right, and he does exactly what you tell him to do, you have to give him credit. And that's why I don't understand why we're sitting here concerned.
And he's done it more than just that.
Exactly.
Remember the first pass he threw to Watson, and what was the game where they'd run there? They're going to run the ball 100 times. First play, they go down to Watson. Now, I don't think it'll continue. I think it's borrowed time. But still, the more he does it, the more confidence you have. And, you played on the team. Of what you've observed with Willis, you would think you'd have a chance against Detroit. You understand the difficulties because of how they're playing, but he's capable of making enough plays that you need to win.
Yeah, I think if you walked into this team, or if I was on the Packers and we walked into this game, I think you'd know there was a collective belief that, okay, Malik Willis gives us a chance, but we all got to be better.
We got to run the ball down there. We got to run the ball first. More than he's not leading us to the win.
Right. With his legs,
you have to have every
he can be
other
a part of
position
that.
group.
He's a part of that with that.
And I'm telling you this right now. I truly believe that this team, just overall, more so than believing in Jordan Love and Malik Willis, I really believe that if Malik Willis would start on Sunday, the confidence wouldn't just be in, he can execute. The confidence is in Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has understands his team and they believe in him, right? They trust in him. If they say do this, they believe it's going to work. Again, that play that we saw that you were talking about with Malik Willis, watching a video with Dan Orlovsky today, talking about how they ran a different play, they found it, they went on the sideline, they threw it up, and they were able to execute.
He is really good, Orlovsky.
But he is. Really that is trusting your coach because he said this is going to work. They believe it was going to work. We talked about last year, what is the identity that he's putting on this football team? It is belief. It is belief that they belong, belief that they can win. And that's why I am not nervous on Sunday if Malik or Jordan is the quarterback.
You're not nervous? No. What the hell is wrong with you?
He's blind.
They're the Detroit
Blinded
is the better
by
team.
the lights.
Do you agree that Detroit is the better team?
I believe Detroit, as of today, is a better team. They're a year ahead of the Green Bay Packers.
Sunday, so that'd be the important time.
But just because you're the better team does not mean you always win the game. And the Green Bay Packers have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, especially if a backup quarterback is in there.
Do they have a chip on their shoulder?
Heck yeah,
I haven't seen the chip. Then why would they have chip?
They have something to prove on Sunday. They lost the other divisional game to the Minnesota Vikings, and this is their opportunity to show the world that they truly belong in the conversation with the Lions. They believe that they are one of the best teams in the NFC and the NFL, and they have a chance on Sunday to prove that.
If they beat Detroit with Willis at quarterback, they will be, and stated by all, as the best team in the NFC. They will pass Detroit if they can beat Detroit with Willis. They'll now be. So, but
I did place that Super Bowl future on the Packers without you.
That's good. I'm happy. I will still take you up. You want to bet some more? Bet with me. Can I do that? I think I can do that.
You're not convinced they're a Super Bowl team? Still?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not convinced they're going to win it.
Right? Yeah, we're betting lunch.
Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
You can do that.
I mean,
too many.
First of all, you have Kansas City. I mean, you said winning the Super Bowl. I think a safer bet would be to believe that you would get to the Super Bowl because they clearly
I didn't like
the best
I
team
didn't like
in the
my
NFC.
odds
Winning
because the
Super Bowl.
NFC's so iffy right now in terms of like quality teams outside of the NFC North. Like who can name a team that they actually believe in outside the Lions and the Packers right now in the NFC? I can't.
You can't.
See, you're doing the face.
Nah, I can't.
Eagles maybe.
49ers.
Yeah, but like
Niners.
they still have, but the Niners have
Eagles
to have,
and Niners, those
the Niners have to have a lot of things go right. The Eagles, their head coach and the quarterback haven't gotten along. I still want to see them be more consistent after their debacle last year. That's the wrong button there, Strophe. He's already checking out to Friday.
No, he's not. He's up. Come on.
Thanks, Homer.
Oh, my gosh. Even Homer's gone soft.
No, Homer's not gone soft like...
Homer, what do you think of him not being part of the dress? You dressed up, Brad dressed up, I dressed up.
He wore a T-shirt.
Homer, hold on. I have never owned in my life a T-shirt from Indiana University in South Bend. Where I graduated, and I believe
what's
the
their
only
mascot?
person... I don't even know what the nickname was. I didn't even know.
What, it's not the Titans anymore?
We were the Titans then, but if I'd seen the mascot, I could have figured out it might be a Titan. You know,
but he didn't dress up.
See a bear
Homer.
go, maybe the Bears.
Oh,
He's not a team.
Homer.
The answer to your question is he can do whatever he wants. Come
That's
on.
right. Just like Homer can do whatever he wants in 2 minutes.
Who sets rules for Halloween? Come on.